Blanchard High School Marching Band. Directors are Chief Coughlin and Carolyn Beck. Percussion instructor is Tyler Roman. Drum instructor is Blanchard Lions Band plays fifth on the Saturday board as they will compete against 4A, 5A, and 4A. Congratulations to the first team and good luck with your season. And it's going to field this year the cheer from is Sadie Crawford. Gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise for the outfield the Blanchard High School Band, members of the Blanchard Honors Guard, and the Boy Scouts of America, with 234, Honor America with the National Anthem.
Good evening. Welcome to the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. I'm Todd Lisenby alongside Drake Vitito, the great Nate in the booth with us, Chloe Young, our in-studio producer tonight, and Blanchard Lions football is on the air as we get ready for tonight's district matchup against the Harrah Panthers. And Drake, when you hear district, that's when you know it's getting serious. These games actually count towards the playoffs, and you should be at your best in game number 4 tonight.
Yeah, feels like a little bit of a new season almost for this Lion group, obviously coming off a good win against a pretty surprising Shawnee team last week. Obviously, they ended non-district play 2-1. Looking forward to this Harrah squad that is coming into this district game at 3-0, undefeated so far for the season for this Panther squad. Something I'd like to see tonight from this Lion group is starting off quick. That Shawnee game and Piedmont game, we saw the opponent score first, putting the pressure on the Lions. Something I'd really like to see district play get started off with for this group is them scoring first, then putting the pressure on the offense to make a response. They've been pretty good after that. Scoring has not been a problem for this Lion group, but I was talking to Coach Craig on Tuesday at the coaches show, and he was talking about this Harrah team and kind of falling into that trap of comparison from last year. Obviously, a super young Harrah Panther squad last year. Going to have a little bit more experience from that group this year, but I think the key is simple for Blanchard. Start off fast and never look back.
So we already knew that the district that Blanchard was in was tough, but
Yeah.
you look at the rankings this week. Number 3 in Class 4A is Tuttle. Number 4 is Newcastle. Number 5 is Blanchard. And then you look at others receiving votes just outside the top 10, and the top 2 are Harrah, this team, and Bethany, who was a playoff team last year. So simple math, that's 5 teams in the top 12 in Class 4A, and one of them's going to get left out. At least one of them's going to get left out. So this is a big game for Blanchard tonight, and if Harrah can come out of here with a win, it obviously is a huge step for them towards getting to the playoffs. So a lot on the line tonight here at the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex.
Yeah, and it was really hard to gauge this Harrah team last year just because Blanchard was able to make that quick jump ahead, and Harrah never really had a chance in that game. Blanchard scoring consecutively a few times early in that first quarter and never really looking back. But this Harrah team is a good Harrah team. Coach Craig talked about on Tuesday. They're going to be doing a little bit of both running and passing. So kind of think of a Shawnee mixed with a Piedmont, not obviously a triple option, but you're going to be seeing a lot of mixed looks that Lion defense is going to be seeing tonight. So it should be interesting to see how it stacks up. But I think if Blanchard maintains those strengths, keep to what they're known for doing, I don't think you really have to be worried about what Harrah throws at you tonight.
Let's take a look first at our injury report tonight, brought to you by Hometown Healthcare, one of the many great sponsors of Blanchard football. And Drake, give us the latest injury update for the Blanchard Lions when it comes to players in the 2 deep.
Yeah, it remains the same for Reagan Palmer. He actually has been moved up to a week-to-week on that cracked collarbone. Obviously, I think middle of district play is when they're hoping to have him back at the soonest. But it seems like he's progressing well. But other than that, though, on the 2 deep, there hasn't been anyone. Just Palmer after that first little early hit during that double game. So that's definitely a good sign, seeing him coming that change to the week-to-week progression.
I mentioned all the sponsors of Blanchard football. Let's take a second to thank all of them. First United Bank and Mortgage, Keeler Custom Homes, Craig and Strait Orthodontics, 10 Arrows Roofing, Quick Wrench, Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air, Brightway Insurance, the LB Realty Group, Blanchard Eye Care, Casa de Wolf Design, Sutterfield Surveying, Hometown Healthcare, and Coops Performance Gym. Tonight's game sponsor is Brightway Insurance. This game is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, and our starting lineup sponsor, also Brightway Insurance. And Drake, let's take a look at the starters for the Blanchard Lions tonight, first on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, let's start with the big boys up front. Starting 5 on that O-line, we got Ross Johnson, left tackle, Ryder Dobbs at left guard, Trey Spencer, the big man, at center, Blake Woods, right guard, and then Braden Heffernan, number 75, the sophomore, at right tackle. Then we have our suite of wide receivers. Reagan Palmer, obviously injured, so Matthew Tonsing will be taking his spot at the left wide receiver position. And then to the right of him, Terrence Johnson. Then on the other side of the ball, on the right, we have Brayson Carter and Coric Pierce rounding out that wide receiver group. Carson Cooksey obviously will be the quarterback, Mikhail Howell at running back, and then obviously something we're used to seeing with this Blanchard group when they do those big sets, Hudson Perriman, number 2, at tight end when they do those choice sets.
On the defensive side of the ball for the Lions, Cade Saunders is the nose guard. The defensive ends are Blake Woods and Big Ross Johnson. The linebackers on the inside, Braden Stacy and Ben Hefner, and on the outside, Tyler Hughes and Gage Ellison. The cornerbacks are Matthew Tonsing and Terrence Johnson in for the injured Reagan Palmer, and the safeties, Coric Pierce and Brayson Carter. The Blanchard Lions at 2-1 coming into this game. The Harrah Panthers at 3-0. It's the opening game of district play. Blanchard in the in the home maroon uniforms tonight. Going maroon on maroon. You like that look?
Yeah, I actually do. It's
Is it officially maroon?
Yes.
Okay,
You're
that's
right.
what I thought.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is
Because
maroon
sometimes
for
they
the
like
colors.
a different color. You know what I'm saying? Like crimson.
Yeah.
It's really red, but sometimes people have different names for the colors. So
Trying to think, Clinton would probably be the same maroon, maybe.
okay, fair
Maybe
enough.
a little Tuttle, maybe as well.
Yeah, that was my big question. I knew Tuttle was maroon, and I didn't know if Blanchard was trying to differentiate.
I don't
as some
think
schools do.
Tuttle calls it maroon though. I could be wrong.
Okay.
They might just call it
Well,
red.
they're in the maroon on maroon tonight, which I think is my favorite of the home uniform looks.
Yeah, and
Harrah's-
it mixes well with the Minion Night theme going
Yeah.
on right now.
Harrah's a white on white look with blue helmets and quite possibly the worst numbers known to mankind for a play-by-play announcer. So we'll do our best tonight, and the binoculars will come in clutch, I can already tell you.
Yeah.
for those Harrah numbers, which are blue and trimmed in black, which makes a 9 look like a 0 and also an 8 and kind of a 6.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
You are the best at what you do,
well.
so if there's anyone that can get over that hump, I do believe it is you. I think it's worth noting for the people that obviously won't be able to see in the booth. Todd has brought his binoculars again. It's
Always.
a very welcome addition to this season.
It's when you turn 40, the binoculars become a must in the booth. It's required equipment after you turn 40 years old, so it's as important as my keys or my wallet when I head out to one of these games on a Friday night or a Saturday afternoon.
I did not even see who won the toss. Was not even paying attention.
Well, the Blanchard Lions won the toss and deferred, so Harrah's going to get the ball first. There is a bit of a wind tonight. As my grandpappy used to say, it's windier than a corn-eating mule out there. It's out of the east-southeast, 16 miles an hour. It's kind of a crosswind, but it's, as we're in the booth, kind of blowing into our face from right to left. So
Grandfather Lisenby, a wise man.
Right. The Lions will be kicking with the wind kind of at their back, from their right shoulder, if you will.
Feels good. This week was not as cool as last week, and it's not going to get that much cooler next week. So
Matt Campbell kicking off for the Lions, and it's a short kick that's going to be taken at the 10-yard line. Returned out to the 15, to the 20, up to the 25, and out to the 28-yard line. That is Braden Palmer on the return for Harrah, and that's where the Panthers have it 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
For this Blanchard defense, I think it's pretty simple. I don't think you're going to see any run game as crazy as what you saw with Piedmont, and I don't think you're going to see any passing plays as crazy as what you saw versus Shawnee, unless, of course, that Blanchard defense allows it. So I really think the defense can really set the tone here early, being super physical with that Harrah front five, challenging the quarterback to go make a play.
Joey McLaughlin is the quarterback, McCarrick the running back, and he gets a handoff on first down, runs over the right side, and he's hit hard. He gains 3, but he's tackled at the 31 as Corrick Pierce comes in to make the final hit on that tackle. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Something that Blanchard's been doing really well so far this year, really setting that edge, not really allowing those Harrah runners to really get anything extra if they challenge this Blanchard defense horizontally. So really good first start here from that Blanchard opening line.
Pistol formation, 3 receivers left, 1 right for McLaughlin in the gun. Hands to McCarrick, left side, and nothing doing. He's wrapped up and dragged backwards by Jake Carter, who got an arm on him first. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Jake had a great game last week against Shawnee, really disrupting whatever that offensive line was throwing at him. He broke through that sucker easily for a tackle for loss.
3rd and 7 for the Panthers from their own 31-yard line. Just underway first quarter, scoreless. As Harrah's going to – thought the play clock might be a little lower than it was. Looked like Harrah was taking a minute to get the play in. Still 15 on the play clock, though. As Harrah again lines up with a pistol formation. This time a tight end to the right. 2 receivers right as well. 1 split out left. McLaughlin fakes the handoff, rolls left, gets away from a sack, now spins, gets away from a second sack, back to his right, throws it right side, complete at the 25, out to the 30, missed tackle across the 35, and leaping across the 40-yard line for a first down. That's Jackson Wilson, who made a great individual play there for Harrah. And it's a gain of 9 on the play and a first down.
That is one of the things that Coach Craig wanted this defensive group to work on this week was their tackling. Obviously not a great start in that department on that play. It's kind of a common theme against Shawnee too. Blanchard got home a lot of the times, but just simply could not finish that play with the tackle to end it.
9-yard gain, 1st and 10, Harrah at the 40. McLaughlin hands to McCarrick running right, spins off a tackle at the 44, and he pinballs up to the 46-yard line. Gage Ellison and Braden Stacy, the last 2 off the pile, but it's a nice gain on first down, 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4.
And, for regards and Blanchard, getting home, they're doing the hard part. Getting to the quarterback is the hard part, just finishing, being fundamentally sound in that last third of the play. It's an easy fix. They're doing the hard part for them. It's just, can you make that ending
4
play?
Receivers left. McLaughlin throws it in the flat. Pass complete and dragged down for a loss of 2. As over to make the play was Tyler Hughes as the pass was complete to Travis Tabor. He loses from the 46 back to the 44, and it'll be 3rd and 6.
There's one really good thing that I could say about Tyler Hughes is that after that catch, especially those passes in the flats, his pursuit angles, his pursuit speed is really, really good. You got to beat that man head on if you want to be able to get those extra yards. Tyler Hughes was having none of it that play.
3rd and 6 at the 44. 3 players shift from right side to left side. There's a tackle eligible on the right side as McLaughlin fakes a handoff, rolls to his right, pressured, floats one deep downfield, has a man but underthrows him woefully. Tabor had a few yards on the defender that time, Corrick Pierce, but McLaughlin was running for his life and couldn't get anything on the pass, and it'll be 4th down.
And I think that plays into what Blanchard is really trying to do here ultimately with that Harrah quarterback, McLaughlin. Get him in uncomfortable situations, get him rolling out to the right or the left, and force him to make a throw that he may not be comfortable making. That was a textbook example right there, that last play.
4th down from the 44-yard line as Braden Palmer will punt it away. Brayson Carter deep to receive it. And it's a high snap. There was a player moving. No flag as Carter comes up and calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 38-yard line. That's a punt of just 24 yards with no return. Excuse me, that's 18 yards, no return into the wind. And so Blanchard will get the ball using the wind to their advantage at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
You said a Harrah player moved?
Yeah, right before the snap. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
The receiver on the left side jumped back into the backfield.
I see. Really good start here.
He wasn't sure to be on the line or off.
About as good of a start as you can ask for, though.
4 receivers, right, 1st down for Cooksey working out of the gun. Hands it off, left side, running into a tackler at the 42 and up to the 43-yard line. That's Mikhail Howell on the carry. Gain on the play of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Tackle made that time by Isaiah Osborne.
Was able to interview Mikhail at the coaches show on Tuesday. It's another Coops Performance Gym product right there. Really looking for Blanchard to start the run here to open up something big in the pass game later.
Cooksey this time throwing left side. Pass for Johnson is wide and incomplete. Cooksey claps his hands, mad at himself. Threw that one a little too low and to the outside. Terrence Johnson, the intended receiver, and it's an early 3rd down and 6 for the Lions from their own 42.
See Hudson Perriman's already in. They're already deciding to go big. We were talking about, was it the freshman? Was it the freshman for Harrah, the big boy? Trying to look out for him. Is
Anthony
he on
Anderson.
the field?
He's 6'3", 350. I don't know if he plays or not because he's just a freshman.
Right.
But Big Jack Thompson's out there, and he's 6'3", 315 at nose guard. Cooksey on 3rd and 6. Straight drop, steps up, throws. Pass complete. Threw a dart across midfield to Pierce, 45-40 down to the 35-yard line. It's a nice gain on the play. In fact, they'll give him the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 24 on a 3rd down and 6, and that's a First United 1st down for the Lions.
There's a really nice double slant there. You're making the defender have to make a decision. Are you going to stay under and get that first? Or are you going to cover the back guy? Really good read there from Carson. Really good throw.
Cooksey on 1st down, drops, has plenty of time over the middle for Pierce. That's nearly picked off. As coming from the backside corner position, Devin McNeil made a diving play on that one and couldn't get to it.
I've been very complimentary of Carson Cooksey thus far this year. He's been taking what the defense has given him. I think I can honestly say that was the first time where it might have been a questionable decision to throw. Got to try it every once in a while, though. Just to try. It's kind of like a hot shot in basketball. You just got to see, you got to keep that defense on their toes. So I don't hate the play, actually.
Cooksey this time hands to Mikhail Howell right up the middle and not a lot there. He's going to gain about 2 yards from the 34 down to the 32. 7:18 and ticking to go first quarter. Blanchard with their first drive of the game, scoreless here against Harrah. 3rd and 8 upcoming.
They're kind of in that patented no man's land right now, so you have to assume here if they're not able to convert that first down on this play that they will be going for it on the 4th. Kind of just depends on if 4th and distance, what that distance ends up being for what they do on that 4th down.
Cooksey sends Carter in motion, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it up the middle. He's hit, and he's going to get about 2 yards up to the 30. Not fooled in the middle of the defense that time, and that was the big boy, Jack Thompson, who made the tackle. It'll be 4th down and 6, and with the wind at their back, there's really no reason to punt it here for Blanchard. Lions are going to go for it from the Harrah 30. Shotgun formation with 5 receivers on 4th and 6. Need to get it to the 24. Cooksey with a hard count now looks to the sidelines. Blanchard fans think Harrah jumped. No flag. As Cooksey now takes the snap, rolls to his right. Cooksey looks, throws deep, has a man open. It's dropped inside the 5-yard line. Brayson Carter had it. It was underthrown, and Carter couldn't quite get back to it, and it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Lions.
It's a really good play on offense, obviously. Carter on the inside got the green go, and then an out route for the outside receiver on the right, forcing that defender to make a decision. Defender went with the out route. Brayson was wide open there, just couldn't convert on that catch.
First down at the 30-yard line now for Harrah, their second possession of the game. McLaughlin has McCarrick to his right. Hands off to him on a sweep left. McCarrick looking to get around the end, and he's tackled after a gain of about 3 as it's Tyler Hughes who makes the play out there. We'll give him 4 yards, actually, to the 34 as he's taken out of bounds, and it'll be 2nd and 6.
Got to give credit to that Harrah, the run defense for Harrah, though, in that first drive, really forcing Blanchard to make some uncomfortable plays through the air. That one that almost got picked off, but man, the scheme for Blanchard offense has been good. They've been getting guys open, just got to convert on those chances.
2nd and 6 from the 34 for McLaughlin, who's in the shotgun with McCarrick to his left this time. Sends a man in motion, takes the snap, straight drop, throws in the flat, complete to the big tight end, out across the 40 to the 41. That's a first down grab for Jackson Wilson. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Harrah. Wilson made that really nice catch and run on the first drive of the game for Harrah, and he gets him another first down up to the 41.
Besides that one rollout incompletion from Harrah, kind of seeing a little bit of a similar approach to the pass game that Blanchard does. There's been a lot of short passes out there in the flats, trying to get those Harrah offensive players in space, trying to make something happen. Very similar vibes here to what we see from Blanchard's passing game.
This time McCarrick gets a carry right side, and not a lot there. He's going to get a yard from the 41 out to the 42-yard line, as that was Caleb Greenwood who submarined in there to get him. In fact, no gain on the play for McCarrick.
Number 18 for Harrah got sandwiched. His leg got sandwiched, and it kind of went scorpion a little bit. Kind of gave me some worriness there, but he's up and good. Oh, he just limped off. Goodness.
At least he's up, though.
Yeah, true.
As this is a wildcat play and a run to the left, and a big hit is carrying the ball out to the 48-yard line is Travis Tabor. He gained 7, and McLaughlin's going to come back in now, I believe he will, for this 3rd down and 3 at the 48. Need to get it to the Blanchard 49.
We talked about it pregame. Harrah's going to throw a lot of different looks at you, kind of the kitchen sink look. But like I said, this Blanchard D is big enough to, doesn't really matter what they're throwing at you, just fill the gaps and make the play.
McCarrick on the Wildcat, running left side, gets a push of the offensive line, and they're going to get him to the sticks. He needed to get to the 49, and he did. 3-yard gain, and Harrah's got the ball in Blanchard territory. 4:18 to go first quarter, 1st and 10 Panthers at the Blanchard 49.
Give credit to the Harrah offense. I mean, the way they're going to win this game is by making the game ugly. Really, these long 9 to 10 play drives is how they're going to grind out this win, because Blanchard's offense can just respond so explosively. But they're doing all the right things now here in the first.
McLaughlin this time throws out to the right side. Pass is complete out across the 50. In fact, getting tackled right at the 50, as that was a nice tackle by Ben Hefner. That was Jackson Wilson, who comes in again and makes his 3rd grab of the game. This time, he's going to lose a yard.
Like I said, Harrah's going to be throwing those flat passes a lot. The really good thing about this Blanchard defense is that horizontally they run really, really well side to side. Those linebacker groups, even the secondary, can track ground really, really fast. So I don't think that's really a cause for concern for this Blanchard defense if they keep going to that.
2nd and 11 as Harrah shifts 3 players over to the left side of the formation. It's a run play to McCarrick going to the heavy side of the formation. He gets a nice lead block, and he scrambles out down inside the 45 to the 44 for a second down run of 6 yards. It's going to take it from 2nd and 11 down to 3rd and 5, and Harrah's going to go no huddle. Got to watch the ball here if you're Blanchard. McLaughlin, hard snap count. No one jumps. Now Harrah looks to the sideline.
Good call. Good call there.
2:50 to go first quarter. 3rd and 5 at the Blanchard 44-yard line. Handoff, McCarrick, right side, turns it up at the 45, and he's driven backwards after a loss of 1.
Oh.
3 Lions get there. Reagan Palmer was there. Gage Ellison was there. Brayson Carter in there as well. It's a loss of 1, and now Harrah at the Blanchard 45 is going to punt it away into the wind here.
Like we said a little earlier, they want to challenge that edge. That's the one area this run defense for Blanchard has been really, really good in this season. Really good at multiple bodies rallying to that ball. Good ball recognition, seeing where that ball is, results in that 4th down.
Braden Palmer will punt it away. It's a fake. Wilson gets it, goes around left side, has the first down inside the 40, 35, 30, and driven out of bounds inside the 25 at the 28-yard line. It's a fake punt from the Blanchard 45 that results in a 17-yard run for Jackson Wilson. A 22-yard run down to the 23-yard line. And it's a 1st and 10 for Harrah.
Obviously, special teams unit may have not practiced for any fakes this week, but with that being said, I still feel okay right now. I mean, Harrah's really thrown everything that we've seen so many different looks. They're doing all the right things. They're just pulling a little bit of trickery out to save their skin on this down and distance.
McLaughlin drops, throws right, has a man open in the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. Braden Palmer makes the grab, and Harrah's on the board first with 1:52 to go first quarter. 6-0 Panthers on top.
We talked a little bit about it pregame. Would not have been shocked to see them kind of air the ball out like Shawnee did a lot last week. It was kind of up to that secondary to be up to the task. Stick to those receivers like glue. Obviously, someone got freed there in the process and resulted in a pretty easy catch with no one around them for the first 6 for Harrah.
Snap is back for the extra point. Brendan Smith kicks it away, and it's no good. I think it was blocked. Was it blocked?
No, it looked good from here. Maybe my eyesight's failing me.
I turned to look, and I missed it in the upright, so I got a little post in my way here, so I missed that one. Either way, it's 6-0. Harrah Panthers with the lead. 1:52 to go first quarter. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Short kick as we come back to coverage here at Blanchard as the kick is taken at the 35 and returned up to the 40-yard line that time by Vaughn McIntyre. And that's where Blanchard will have it 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Harrah strikes first. Touchdown pass of 23 yards from Joey McLaughlin to Braden Palmer. And the Panthers are on top 6-0. 1st and 10 for Blanchard at the 40. Cooksey throws left side. Pass complete to Tonsing, but nothing there. He's going to lose 2 yards as he's tackled by Devin McNeil at the 38.
Obviously, one of the keys for me for this Blanchard squad was scoring first. Obviously, against Shawnee and Piedmont, you didn't see that, the offense scoring first. But with that being said, this Blanchard offense is used to being down a couple scores and coming back, so we'll see what they can cook up here.
Here's McIntyre up the middle, busts across the line of scrimmage, shimmies past a few tacklers, and he works his way up across the 40 to the 44. Gain of 6 on a run where it looked like there was nothing there, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 6 for Blanchard. Another big 3rd down for the Lions.
Really good run there by Von McIntyre. Looked like he had been kind of coddled up there in the backfield, but was able to fight through it and get a couple extra yards. He's been doing really, really well with those extra yardage situations the past couple of weeks. Really good power runner.
45 seconds to go first quarter as Cooksey takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, rolling right, looking, throwing for Perryman, makes the grab in the flat, has a 1st down across midfield, breaks the tackle, lowers his head, and falls forward to the Harrah 44-yard line. From the Blanchard 44 to the Harrah 44, that's a 12-yard gain and a First United 1st down.
Really good throw there from Cooksey. Obviously, Hudson Perriman's a big target. Really a can't-go-wrong situation, especially with him going horizontally over there with the little out route.
We'll see, Drake. Blanchard might go long here. You got the wind at your back for 22 more seconds.
Yeah.
Cooksey out of the gun with the blitz showing. Fakes a handoff, throws over the middle. Perryman makes the grab on the slant inside the 35 down to the 32. In fact, they'll mark him at the 33-yard line. That's an 11-yard gain. 13 seconds, 11, now 10 on the clock for Blanchard, and they're just going to let the quarter run out. Blanchard will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Harrah 33 when we start quarter number 2. 1 quarter in the books. It's Harrah 6, Blanchard 0. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today. Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service. Scored all the
quarter for Blanchard. There's a handoff up the middle to Von McIntyre, and he gains 4 yards down to the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Really refreshing run game here from Von McIntyre. Obviously, this is the bell cow for Blanchard. I mean, starting that run game early so it can open up something here. Even though it is against the wind, I'm kind of intrigued to see if they just kind of put their heads down behind that big Blanchard front and just keep running it.
Cooksey, straight drop, looking to throw, has all day, floats one deep downfield for Carter in double coverage. He goes up and can't make the grab. Carter dropped the one earlier that was underthrown. That one was a little bit overthrown. He nearly made a circus catch. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
It's a really good route, though, from Brayson. He beat both of his defenders right off the ball. Just a little bit of an overthrown ball from Cooksey. I think the wind had something to do with that, but really good play design. The plays have been there. The throws sadly have not, but I think this wind may be playing a factor. Obviously, Cooksey will get the ship righted here early in the second.
3rd and 6 from the 29 in Harrah territory. Cooksey takes the snap. Blitz comes. Steps up. Throws. Perryman catches it at the 15 to 10. Back to his left at the 5, and he waltzes into the end zone. 3 catches on the drive for Hudson Perryman, and the last one is a 29-yard touchdown.
I think one of the fans brought a train horn. I think I just heard a train horn. Anyways, I was talking about the bell cow maybe being the run game for the Blanchard. I was totally wrong. They totally went straight pass game, and Hudson Perryman ended up being the cash cow there. Really good. A lot of short plays up the middle. He's a big body. He's an easy target for Cooksey, and they ended up cashing it in for 6 right there.
Alex Price on for the extra point. The kick is away, and even though it's into that wind, it's right down the middle. And Blanchard has the lead for the first time tonight. 11:14 to go first half. 7-6 Blanchard on top. This is Blanchard Lions football.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Welcome back. It's a short kickoff by Harrah. It's taken out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. That was Caden Cobb on the return. 1st and 10 for Harrah at the 36-yard line. As Drake, your thoughts on that touchdown drive for the Blanchard Lions? By the way, that touchdown brought to you by Yarborough & Sons.
It's a great response. I mean, it's something we've seen from this Blanchard offense all year. Really good responding, and usually when they score, those scores usually multiply in the ensuing possessions. So I'm really excited to see if the Blanchard defense can kind of play complementary football here, maybe give the offense something to go off of.
McLaughlin to McCarran. That's a backwards pass, and McCarrick is going to be wrapped up by Tyler Hughes for a loss back at the 34, a 2-yard loss on the play.
Just want to give a quick shout-out to tonight's game sponsor, who also happens to be our starting lineup sponsor, Brightway Insurance. Big shout-out to them for sponsoring tonight's game, the first district game for Blanchard. Obviously, Harrah coming in at 3-0. It's a big game. Receiving votes, too, for the top, is that 10 in 4A?
Yep.
Top 10
just
in 4A?
Just outside the top 10. 4 receivers left on 2nd down and 12. McLaughlin drops. He's hit. He is sacked. Back at the 25-yard line. The sack was made that time by Gage Ellison, but the pressure came up the middle. I'm pretty sure that was big Jake Carter who drove his blocker into the quarterback. It's a big loss, and it'll be 3rd down and 21.
It's got to be one of the best feeling for those front three there for Blanchard. Obviously, they've been getting back there with ease on the run. Maybe even made that quarterback scramble a couple times, but that time they were able to hit it home. It's one of the best feelings for those that defensive line unit out there for them.
7-6, Blanchard on top. 9:50 to go. First half. McLaughlin drops and passes on 3rd and long. Throws it up into coverage. It's nearly picked off. Carter couldn't hold on to that one. I think he was thinking about running it back for 6 before he made the catch. A dangerous throw, and now Harrah will punt it away. We might see a return on here for Carter if Harrah outkicks the coverage with the wind at their back.
Yeah, I think you were correct. I think he saw a whole lot of green and just didn't see that ball go into his hands. But regardless, really, really good response here from this Blanchard defensive unit with a really good chance to get some really good field position to tack on another score here for Blanchard.
Braden Palmer, who caught the touchdown for Harrah, is their punter as well. He takes the snap and he boots this one away. It's a high end-over-end kick, and Carter can return it. Takes it at the 38. He fumbled it. Ball's loose on the ground, and Harrah recovers it. At the 38-yard line, it's recovered by Brody Byers, who was the gunner for the Harrah punt team. And it's 1st and 10 for Harrah at the Blanchard 38.
Man, it's tough. Coach Craig was talking about this, too, on Tuesday, just – limiting those turnover opportunities, not going out there shooting yourself in the foot. Blanchard obviously has done that a couple times the past couple of games, and they're trying to really, control what you can control. And that kind of starts with not giving the ball over to the opponent.
Jackson Wilson in at quarterback for Harrah, running the Wildcat, running to his right at the 40, at the 37-yard line. He's upended and tackled, and a flag comes in as well. The ball comes loose.
What could that flag have been?
And we've got Wilson is down. He got to the 36, and he was hit hard, and he is writhing in pain on the turf. I think it's going to be a hold downfield on Harrah is going to be my guess. This will be a big loss for Harrah, as Jackson Wilson, their senior wide receiver, has been really good tonight. Blocking the back against Harrah. We do have a timeout on the field for the injury. While they get him to his feet, Drake, it looks like he's off under his own power, which is good. Tell everybody about what's going on September 30th at 10 Arrows Coffee and Bistro.
Yeah, obviously 10 Arrows Coffee and Bistro, a mainstay fixture here in the Blanchard community. They're going to be hosting their first trivia night this month on September 30th from 7 to 9 p.m. With a $500 worth of prizes going to that winning team of trivia night. There are limited tables available, and if you want to pre-register before the night on September 30th, obviously walk-ins are welcome, but there are five people per table max. So if you want to pre-register for trivia night at 10 Arrows Coffee and Bistro, just text 405-740-5678. That's 405-740-5678 to pre-register. Your table can have a max of 5 to a team. But we'd love to see you out there on September 30th. Jesse from Jake FM 93.3 will be in attendance, be the MC.
1st and 18 after the penalty. Here's a handoff to McCarrick, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. Well, we've called Gage Ellison's name a lot in this game. This one's a loss of 3. Excuse me, a loss of 4. No, a loss of 3 from the 46 back to the 49. So it's a 2nd down and 21 coming up for Harrah.
Really good pursuit there by Gage. He's kind of been living in that backfield so far for this quarter. It's a really good response here from a Blanchard defense. Obviously got a long way to go before 4th down here, but doing all the right things right now.
McLaughlin has McCarrick behind him in the pistol. 2nd and 21, fakes a handoff, throws it to Palmer, left side. Palmer looking for a block, tackled by Vaughn McIntyre at the 46-yard line in Blanchard territory. That's a gain of 3. So it's now going to be 3rd down and 18 from the Blanchard 46. With 8:30 to go first half, Harrah with the ball, but Blanchard with the 1-point lead, 7-6.
That was a really good play right there from Tyler Hughes. He was getting double blocked, but it was still enough on the outside where that wide receiver for Harrah had to cut to the inside where all the Blanchard defenders were. Really good setting the edge right there from Hughes.
3 receivers right, 1 left. McCarrick to the right of McLaughlin. 3rd and 18. McLaughlin rolls right, he's pressured. He throws it away into the bench as he's hit. And it's going to be 4th down. I thought there might be a flag for intentional grounding, but he got it past the line of scrimmage, so it's 4th down with the clock stopped at 8:03. And now for Harrah, we've already seen him fake a punt once. This is in that same sort of area. Now it's a much longer 4th down, 4th and 18 here. So we might see the Panthers try to punt this one away.
It's a really good response there from the Blanchard D. Outside of that busted coverage that ended up for a touchdown, I think they've done a really, really solid job tonight, really creating pressure on that quarterback, forcing him to make throws like the one you just saw last play.
Carter is back to receive this one. Remember, he fumbled the last one. The snap has dropped momentarily. Now the kick comes away, and it's going to go over Carter's head, bounce at the 5, and it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So Blanchard will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line with a 7-6 lead. Want to take a minute to thank some of our sponsors of tonight's game: Craig and Straight Orthodontics, Quick Wrench, Hometown Healthcare, Casa de Wolf Designs, the LB Realty Group, and Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. Just a few of the many sponsors tonight who will shout out throughout the broadcast. Tonight's game is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, title sponsor of tonight's broadcast. As on 1st down from the 20, the Lions have it, middle of the field. It's a handoff to Mikhail Howe, running right up the middle, and he gains a nice hard 5 yards, maybe even 6, out to the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4.
That last drive for the Lion offense, you obviously saw them set the table. That is pretty much the textbook way of, very short passing game in the middle, hitting those big targets like Hudson Perriman. Look to see more of the same here because Harrah hasn't really been able to stop it thus far.
Cooksey takes the snap and hands to Howell again, gets a block, runs for the 1st down and more, lowers his head, and gets out all the way near the 35-yard line. It's a First United 1st down on a 9-yard run by Mikhail Howell. Braden Palmer makes the tackle.
I know this doesn't really get talked about a lot, but I was able to interview Mikhail Howell on Tuesday, obviously the senior running back. and he was just talking about how tight-knit this group is, especially the running back, quarterback, and that offensive line. Obviously, none of this is able to happen without those big boys up front. So it's a really good start by that offensive line.
Cooksey from the 35, looking, throwing right side. What a great grab by Brayson Carter. Got 1 foot in at the 44. It's only going to be a 9-yard catch, but it's a highlight reel 9-yarder. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
A little bit of a redemption arc catch right there. No, it was a really good catch. He obviously had to go up and hit it at its apex. Really good way to get 2 hands on it, stay in bounds during that whole process. I think we're going to be calling his name a little bit before the end of this half.
2nd and 1 from the 44-yard line for Blanchard. 7-6, the Lions lead, 6:53 to go. Handoff to Carter, and unfortunately we're calling his name on a big loss that time. On a 2nd and 1, he loses all the way back to the 38-yard line, from the 44 to the 38. So now it's a 3rd and 7 for the Lions on the sweep to Carter.
I will say this, the biggest difference I see from this Harrah defense from last year is their ability to stop the run. Blanchard's gotten a couple of breaks in the run so far in this game, but for the most part, they just really haven't been able to manufacture any consistency from the run game, really forcing Blanchard to make their plays through the air. So
we got a timeout before the play called by Harrah. We'll take it with them. 6:15 to go first half, 7-6, Blanchard with the lead. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Welcome back to the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. 3rd down and 7 for Blanchard. 6:15 to go first half. Lions up 7-6. Have it at the 38-yard line in their own territory. Need to get it to the 45. Cooksey takes the snap, rolls right, flicks one upfield, complete to Pierce. 1st down and more. Slips a tackle at the 45, 40, down the sideline and all the way to the Harrah 30-yard line. Corey Pierce, a little Reggie Bush-like on the sideline there.
Did he do the no sweep, the Andrell Anthony? Was that what that was?
I don't know if he did or not, but he got down to the 29. He got a great spot on top of all that. That's a 34-yard gain.
I think that's one of the plays of the game right there so far this first half. Obviously, I think everyone in the stadium thought that was going out of bounds, and he made a little bit of an extra individual effort right there for that extra yards.
Empty backfield.
Plural.
Cooksey. Blitz comes. Stands in, throws it to Pierce, who can't make the grab left side. Would have been a short gain had he caught it. And there's a player down in the backfield for Harrah.
79.
Slow to get up. That is Hayden Gassaway, I believe. 78 or 79, excuse me. That's Quentin Lawson.
I don't know if it was I don't know if he tackled one of the blockers. It wasn't Cooksey. Might have been Mikhail Howell on the block. He just tackled him. I wonder if he just landed awkwardly.
I think he was being blocked on the play by Trey Spencer.
I think he might have done. He ended up on top of the Blanchard player. It wasn't a on his back type of situation. I'm just wondering what it could have been if he ended up falling awkwardly on someone.
Well, while they attend to him, let's thank some more of our sponsors tonight while we have a moment. First United Bank and Mortgage, Blanchard Eye Care, Sutterfield Surveying, Coops Performance Gym, 10 Arrows Roofing, and Keeler Custom Homes. And, of course, tonight's game brought to you by Brightway Insurance.
Just want to do a little quick note here. I was able to interview the cheer coach on Tuesday because the Blanchard cheerleaders will be competing in 5A state on Saturday, competitive cheer state. That will be held at Tulsa Union. I was talking a little bit more.
They don't like to be called that.
Really? Just Union?
Yeah.
It'll be held at Union in Tulsa.
There you go.
But the field's pretty interesting. Got a couple teams that I was unaware was moving down to 5A and moving up to 5A. Crossings Christian is in 5A in competitive cheer, and Southmore moved down from 6A with Heritage Hall moving up to 6A.
Yeah, there just aren't as many that do it, so the classes are a little bit different.
Yeah, so the field's definitely an interesting one for Blanchard, but that Blanchard cheer group will be looking to repeat in state.
That's on Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Yeah, head up the Turner Turnpike support. Afternoon, evening?
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
I gotta double check on an exact time.
Cooksey 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Drops, pressured, gets away from pressure, rolls right, floats one downfield. Man open, it's Perryman, makes the grab. No, he dropped it. Did he catch it?
I think
he did
he
catch
got
it. Okay, he was pounding the
I know.
the turf. I thought he dropped it. I think he's just mad he didn't stay on his feet. He went down at the 8, so it's 21 yards and a first and goal, a First United first and goal. Had he stayed on his feet, it would have been his second 29-yard touchdown of the game.
I was almost mad at him because you could have made it from that angle, obviously with no replay. It could have looked like, even if he did drop it, you looked like you could have caught it with maybe trapping the ball situation, but no, he caught it. Just wasn't able to.
Good job by Cooksey as well to avoid the blitz on that one.
Yes, very good evasion.
First and goal for Blanchard. Cooksey sends Carter in motion into the backfield. Cooksey fakes the handoff to Carter, rolls left, throws, pass caught, into the end zone. It's Matthew Tonsing with the touchdown. 8-yard touchdown pass from Carson Cooksey to Matthew Tonsing.
I see it.
Blanchard leads 13-6.
I see the horn. It is a drill that someone has jimmied with a bunch of, I don't even know what you would call that, just blow horns, I guess? That's amazing. But no, Matthew Tonsing obviously replacing the injured Reagan Palmer on offense. Really, really good finish to that play. He tagged on a couple of those yards by that individual effort.
Extra point from Alex Price is on the way. It's got plenty on it, and it's right down the middle again. And we've got a flag on the play also. I think we might have a roughing the kicker here. We'll suss all that out after our timeout. 5:06 to go first half. 14-6, Blanchard with the lead. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Welcome back. As after the roughing penalty, the kickoff goes down inside the 20, and it's nearly fumbled away as Palmer just has to cover it up at the 21. Maldonado was kicking that ball from the Harrah 45-yard line, and Harrah's going to start at their own 21-yard line. First and 10. The touchdown, 8 yards from Carson Cooksey to Matthew Tonsing. That's a Yarborough & Sons touchdown. And it makes it 14-6 Blanchard after the Alex Price extra point with 5:03 to go first half. Harrah has it at the 22 officially, first and 10.
Like to see a nice 3-and-out here from this Blanchard defense, obviously building off the momentum of that last really good drive from them.
Remember, Blanchard gets the ball after halftime as well as McLaughlin is in the gun. Pistol formation. Hands to McCarrick, running right. Nice room out across the 25 as he shimmies forward to the 26-yard line. Tackle made that time by Cade Saunders. Gain on the play of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's the first time we've seen that Blanchard front kind of get spliced open there in the middle. It's the first time Harris had success with that middle run. They've just been trying the edge so far this game. I wonder if they're going to, try and go for a different angle here, try and work more up the middle.
2nd and 6 from the 26. McLaughlin sends a man in motion right to left. Takes the snap. Hands to McCarrick, and he's hit in the backfield and flung down for a big loss. Blake Woods got in the backfield and took him down at the 23-yard line. Lost back 3 of the 4 he gained on first down. It'll be 3rd and 9 upcoming.
Well, I thought they would try the middle again. They did not. They tried the edge run, which has not really been working for them so far tonight. So, interesting choice there. But, with how much that Blanchard front has been in the backfield, I don't really know if they can really go to that pass right now. It hasn't been consistent enough.
2 receivers right, 1 left, tight end on the left as well. McCarrick split out wide right in the backfield of McLaughlin. On a passing down, McLaughlin rolling to his right. 3rd and 9 as he gets away from a rusher, throws, and it's over the head of everyone and out of bounds. Tried to get it down the field to Travis Tabor. It's a 3 and out for Harrah. And Blanchard should get good field position, and Brayson Carter might get a chance at a return here. Haven't really seen him have a chance at a big return yet this year, but we know in open field he can certainly make plays.
Yeah, got to give a quick shout-out real quick to number 11, Cole Watkins. He's been in the backfield. He hasn't been able to tag home yet, but he's had to have 2 of those Harrah offensive linemen block him, so the Harrah quarterback can get it off. But he's been putting in a lot of work.
Stoppage in play here. I don't know exactly what for.
What?
Oh, the ball was on the other hash. They put the ball on the wrong hash. So they got to move the ball back closer to the middle of the field. So
I don't want to jinx anything, but we haven't really said anything about the refs so far, and it's almost halftime. Knock
There's
on
only
wood.
been 1 flag, I think, in the entire game.
True.
As Palmer will punt this one away. The snap is high. Palmer's got to go back and get it. No real rush as he kicks a high, long kick that Carter's going to call for a fair catch and make at the 38-yard line.
It's a good punt.
That's a punt with the wind of 39 yards with no return. And a 1st and 10 for Blanchard at their own 38 with 3:31 to go. Interesting, Drake. All 3 touchdowns, 1 by Harrah, 2 by Blanchard, have been scored into the wind tonight.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know if that's just by pure coincidence or something else
Blanchard
going
would
on
like
there.
to keep
But
that going.
yeah, they've scored these past 2 drives. I don't see why it would stop now. The Harrah defense has not been able to come up with a stop for those short passing games for our inside receivers.
Empty backfield for Cooksey, who takes the snap, steps away from a rush to his right now, steps up, throws for Perryman, who reaches out and tries to make a one-handed grab but can't.
Looks like
down at the Harrah 45-yard line. There is a flag down in the backfield. Late hit or a hold here?
I think it might be a hold.
If it's a hold, this one's in the backfield, so this is a really bad hold.
Oh, we had 2.
Yeah, there's a flag on the far side of the field as well. See if they're for the same thing, maybe.
It's odd.
It is a hold on Blanchard.
Both sides. Huh.
That's going to move the ball back to the 28-yard line where it's 1st and 20. First down and 20 at the 28-yard line for Blanchard now.
Quad left, huh?
4 receivers left, 1 right, empty backfield. That's Cooksey. Throws to Perryman, up into coverage and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Devin McNeil, and it'll be 2nd down and 20 now.
To those of you that are listening on 104.5 Classic Rock, obviously not being able to watch the game, Hudson Perryman's a big body, and those outside corners and secondary for Harrah is not that big, but that time it was a little bit of a double coverage situation, and it was a little high. But I like the scheme that they're going with here, but with about 3 minutes and 22 seconds left, we've seen this before. We've seen this Blanchard team eat up a lot of yardage in a short amount of time.
2nd down and 20. A pass to Perryman out in the flat, and not much there. He gets from the 28 out across the 30 to the 31. 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 17. Can I eat crow for a second?
Can you crow?
Eat crow?
Oh, sure.
Can I own up to something?
Yeah.
I was not aware that high school football had changed the rules where holding is now 10 yards from the previous spot on holds in the backfield.
Did someone tell you?
No, well, it just happened so much last week that I thought after the game, I was like, did they change that? And I missed it, and sure enough, they did.
Did you figure out when they changed it?
This offseason.
Okay.
Yep. So this is the first year with it. If not, Blanchard would have had 13 yards enforced on that first down hold instead of 10. It's 3rd and 17 now for Blanchard. Cooksey over the middle for Carter. Makes a grab, first down at midfield. Cuts back to his left. He doesn't get much more as he's flung down to the turf by Palmer at the 49. But that's a 20-yard gain on a 3rd and 17 from Cooksey to Carter.
Carter coming up with a little bit of a limp there, nodding off a sub to come in for him. I said we'd be calling his name before the halftime came up. Might be a pivotal catch there for a score, or maybe even a little bit of a field goal, depending on how close they get and what the time is.
1st and 10 at the Harrah 49-yard line. Cooksey with an empty backfield. Throwing right side. It's Carter again. He sits down in the zone coverage at the 38, and he's tackled forward to the 37. That's a 12-yard gain, and that's 2 straight First United first downs on passes from Cooksey to Carter.
I'm really intrigued to see how the Lions approach this, last, 37 yards? We saw this kind of in the fourth quarter last game, late versus Shawnee. They took one drive, about 8 minutes off the clock. I wonder if they approach that here. Obviously, the run hasn't been much of a success, but you can still act that way through the passing game.
1st and 10, and we've got a flag for a false start on Blanchard here. It's going to move the Lions back 5 yards. 2:14 to go first half, 14-6. Blanchard has an 8-point lead. Lions trailed this game 6-0 in the first, an early Harrah touchdown, but 2 straight touchdowns for Blanchard has put the Lions back on top.
I'm not a betting man, and I don't encourage it, but I think at the coaches show on Tuesday,
it's illegal in this state, so
that is true. May have to go to one of the neighboring states, Kansas maybe. I bet Coach Craig says something about the penalties on Tuesday. And
it's only the second one, Drake.
On Blanchard?
Yeah, it's only the third one all game. Here's a screen to Pierce right side. Pierce at the 40-35, gets a block, 30, upfield at the 25, a first down to the 23-yard line. Good. Patient running by Corrick Pierce in open space. Got a nice lead block there, and he gains 20 yards on the play. It's another First United first down.
Corrick has just been really, really good so far this season in yards after the catch. Obviously, he's a sturdy body. He can take hits, but also he is very agile and can really evade tacklers. As we've seen multiple times tonight, just a really, really good play from him.
Cooksey throwing over the middle this time, intended for Perryman and nearly picked off. He threw it into no man's land. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 23.
Cooksey may have pulled the trigger there a little bit early. Perryman wasn't even looking for that catch. The Harrah defender came up a little bit early and kind of contested the route a little bit, and I think he just got stunned enough to where it kind of threw that timing off on that pass a little bit.
2nd down at the 23 in Harrah territory, and it's a jump. It's a offside this time by Harrah as the Panthers jump. That was Rance Ridley, who was the guilty party. Got a little antsy from his defensive end position. Rance Ridley has since been replaced on the defensive side of the ball. Been there, done that, man. That's learning the tough way. That's a long run off the field to the coach.
The triple R, Rance Ridley replace.
Yes. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
The way you said that was just like disappointed dad.
That's such a I feel bad for him. It's such a lonely feeling, honestly. 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line. Empty backfield for Cooksey. And we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take it with Harrah, who calls the timeout. Minute 46 to go. Look at that. 1:46 to go, and the score is 14-6. How about that? It's Blanchard Lion football.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst.
Welcome back in here to the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. 1:46 to go, 2nd and 5 for Blanchard at the Harrah 18. Here in the first half, Blanchard up 14-6. Cooksey pumps, pressured, hit, and drop. Didn't see the backside blitz come, and he's tackled all the way back at the 25-yard line as Heath Whitmore gets home for Harrah. That's going to be a loss of 7 on the play and set up a 3rd and 12.
A little bit of a similar situation there that we saw with that Blanchard D-line in the beginning. Harrah's gotten back there a couple times. It just Carson Cooksey's done a better job evading that pressure. That time, they were able to get home on the busted play there from that O-line.
3rd and 12 at the 25. Blanchard needs to get it to the 13 for a first down. Minute 10 to go. First half, 4-down territory here. Cooksey dropping, has all day. Now stepping to his right, he's going to run with it at the 25 and out of bounds short of the 20-yard line. Out at the 22, just a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down and 8. They'll mark him out at the 23, so it'll be 4th and 10, my bad, at the 23-yard line.
Got to give credit to the Harrah defense. I mean, they've adjusted well to the pass. It's just with Blanchard, there's so many weapons, so many options for Cooksey to throw to. He's been really good being patient, taking what the defense has given him. The problem was the defense had all those shores hold up.
Big play here. You can get the first down, you can score, and then get the ball coming out of half.
Yeah.
And Harrah's going to take a timeout to talk it over. Keep it right here with a minute 1 to go. Here in the first half, Todd Lisenby, Drake Vitito, Chloe Young is our in-studio producer tonight. We got the great Nate in the booth with us as well, helping with the stream. We appreciate all of you, whether you're watching on the stream tonight or listening at Classic Rock 104.5.
Chloe Young's mother, former teacher of Carson Cooksey at Lawton before he transferred.
There you go. Tonight's game sponsor, Brightway Insurance. We want to thank some of our other sponsors of Blanchard football. First United Bank and Mortgage, Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air, the LB Realty Group, Blanchard Eye Care, Casa de Wolf Design, Sutterfield Surveying, Hometown Healthcare, Coops Performance Gym, Quick Wrench, 10 Arrows Roofing, Craig and Strait Orthodontics, and Keeler Custom Homes. Again, tonight's game brought to you by Brightway Insurance. Drake, there are people I'm sure that are listening that are from the Blanchard community. If they want to advertise and support Blanchard football, they can always reach out to you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. My line is always open. You can reach me at 405-365-6672. I know it's that's a move. That's a choice, given the phone number out on the airways. But we appreciate all the sponsors because truly me and Todd would not be able to do this if it weren't for all the people that are behind us this season and last season as well. Really proud to say that all the sponsors from last year are back this year, and we're really especially thankful for all the new people that decided to back this up this year.
4th and 10 at the 23 for Blanchard. Cooksey stands up, looks, throws, left side for Johnson, and it's incomplete. Threw it high. It would have been right at the sticks. The pass is incomplete, and Harrah will take over on downs with 57 seconds to go in the first half. Blanchard still, though, with that 14-6 lead.
Yeah, obviously it was a really good play design there for the Blanchard offense. Just a little bit of a high pass there from Cooksey. Right idea, though. If Terrence Johnson comes down with that ball, he's right there at the down marker for that first down, but just wasn't able to complete that pass. A little bit high.
So we'll see what Harrah does here with under a minute to go. Only one timeout for the Panthers. McLaughlin hands off in the pistol to McCarrick. Running left, big hole, 25-30, and Corrick Pierce flings him down as he somersaults forward to the 34-yard line and has a first down on an 11-yard run.
Harrah has one timeout left. Here, if you're Blanchard, you want to obviously contain, not let any of those Harrah Panthers run out of bounds. About 40 seconds left. Just want to keep everything in.
Might see Harrah
run it out.
Run the ball one more time here, and then if it's a nice run, maybe they'll use that last timeout, try to set up something. Don't seem to be in a big hurry, though. Clock at 27. as McLaughlin hands to McCarrick again, right side, spinning off tacklers across the 35 to the 39. And Harrah's not even going to mess with using the timeout. I think they're going to get to halftime. Trailing this one 14-6. 2 quarters in the books, 24 minutes played, 24 minutes to go. Our halftime score, it is the Blanchard Lions 14, the Harrah Panthers 6. When we come back, we'll look around the state of Oklahoma, get you some scoreboard updates from around the state, brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage. We'll obviously check out the district scores as well in the first week of district play. So far, so good for Blanchard. Maybe a little tighter than some people thought, but the Lions have the halftime lead. 14-6 is our score. This is Blanchard Lions football.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over
Nicole Wood and Grant Lamborn. Sophomores, Jenna Clark, Tyler Smith, Addison Gorman, and Taylor Brooks. And your freshmen are Lily Baldwin, Alexis Bishop, Ross Mayhew, and Cameron Littlejohn. We're going to be honoring our 2023 cheerleading performance. introducing to our 2023 cheerleading squad, your seniors are Mackenzie Keeler, Chrissy Norman, and Tracy Martinez. The juniors, Alex Booth, Deja Thomas, Edward Rashour, Chris Hodges, Cassidy Barnes, Haley Reed, Lexi Bowles, Cameron Haney, Emma Price, Lyle Ann Ziegler, and Gentry Dwarfel. Your sophomores are Kimberly Bain, Julie Edgeler, Addie Ballard, Denver Ballard, Avery Dyke, Mallory Larson, Emily Jarvis, and your freshmen, Meg Varner, Megan Fuller, Callie Saunders, Mel Garrett, Ava Smalley,
Welcome back
and Elaine
to the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. A very
and the assistant coach, Morgan Bailey.
cool hype video for the cheer team from the state this weekend. They're being honored on the field right now by the Blanchard.
They will be at Union, located in Tulsa. Located in Tulsa.
You know what's weird? If you go to Tulsa, you read like the Tulsa World, they call Douglas Oklahoma City Douglas.
Really? But isn't like if you go to is on Squirtle, does it say Tulsa Union? Because I've seen
I don't think it does.
because Tulsa McLean just says McLean.
Yeah,
But I swear I've seen Union say Tulsa Union.
maybe so, but they're not big fans of it. You know who hates it even more? Booker T. Washington hates being called Tulsa Washington.
Oh, really?
They really
People
hate
call
that,
them that?
yeah.
I've never even heard
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, Tulsa Washington is what they're called in the Oklahoma City papers usually, but Booker T. Washington is what they are. He's Drake Vitito. I'm Todd Lisenby. Our halftime score, Blanchard 14 and Harrah 6. Thanks to our sponsor of tonight's game, Brightway Insurance. Thanks to all the sponsors of Blanchard football. Before we get to our halftime scoreboard update, brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage. Drake, we got a big thing going on coming up here next week, next Saturday night at 10 Arrows Coffee and Bistro. Tell everybody all about it.
Yeah, they're going to be hosting their first trivia night on September 30th. Starts at 7. Lasts for about 2 hours. Hoping to get that time set down at 9 for a finish. Don't worry, OU will be playing a night game against Iowa State on the 30th. Don't worry for all the fans out there. There will be TVs outside. You will be able to watch the game and potentially win a grand prize of $500 worth of prizes for the winning table. You can have a max of 5 people per table. If you do not have 4 other contestants, 4 other players with you at a max table of 5, you will be put into a separate group of people who also do not have a max table of 5. So if you're looking to pre-register, make sure you bring 4 other friends so you can have a max table so you don't end up getting put with someone you don't know. That is a max of 5 people per table. There are limited tables available, $500 worth of prizes for the winning team. If you want to pre-register on September 30th from 7 to 9 p.m. for the 10 Arrows Coffee and Bistro Trivia Night, you text 405-740-5678. That is 405-740-5678 to pre-register. Remember, if you're pre-registering and you do not have 4 other friends, your group of either 2 or 3 or 4 will be put with a table who also does not have 5. So just keep that in mind. If you want a full table to yourself, you're going to need 5 contestants. Limited tables available. That is 10 Arrows Coffee and Bistro Trivia Night on September 30th from 7 to 9. For pre-registration, text 405-740-5678. Limited tables available.
Phone number one more time.
405-740-5678.
Now backwards, I'm just kidding. 405-740-5678.
I do want to say this, though. We were contemplating this last week. This Blanchard band performance keeps adding on.
Anything good?
I'm good. Thanks. Sorry, a little bit of live.
No, it's okay.
We need sustenance, you know?
No,
but
I
sometimes you
appreciate
don't need
someone's asking.
sustenance.
Yeah,
no.
I would like to give. What's his name?
Dame
Dame?
Dalla.
Dame. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thanks to Dame for asking. Appreciate that.
But we were kind of contemplating last week. It seemed like the Blanchard band always kept adding things, whether that be just appearance-wise, actual movements.
Tonight they've got a live tiger. I'm kidding.
Tonight they're going to actually try and reincarnate a ghost. I don't know.
Oh, jeez. It's like Gladiator out there.
That's right. But
no, they have been adding to this circus performance all year long. And I will say Class 4A, you know this, Drake, Blanchard has a really good band program here at the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. So they're putting on a show out on the field. While they do that, let's look at some scores from around the state of Oklahoma. It is your halftime scoreboard update brought to you by brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage. Our game sponsor tonight is Brightway Insurance. Let's start in Class 4A, and let's give you the district scores first. Newcastle all over Tecumseh, 35-0 first quarter in that game. Newcastle leads Tecumseh at last check, so big lead for Newcastle all over Tecumseh.
Blanchard faces them next week. Should be an interesting one.
That's right. And then the following week, Blanchard faces
Tuttle.
Right now, Tuttle leads Bethany 17-7 at halftime.
Funny thing about Newcastle, that was a game that me and you both missed last year.
That's right.
That was a skunk from Blanchard as well.
19-0 if I remember right in that game. One other score in district tonight, and that is Classen and Bridge Creek. Second quarter, and Bridge Creek leads Classen by a score of 14-7. Some other scores in Class 4A. It is Stillwell 14, Hilldale 12. Wagner is up in the second quarter, 53-0 on Skiatook.
Thanks.
21-14, Broken Bow leads Medill in the second quarter. Weatherford up 21-0 on the Fighting Chicks of Chickasha.
Skiatook, what's their mascot?
Bulldogs. Have you seen the new Chickasha Fighting Chicks mascot?
I've heard. I have not seen. Is it good?
Look at it. It's a little chicken with boxing gloves on. How cool is
Classic.
that? Pretty cool. Well, they're down 21-0 at halftime to Weatherford right now. So tough ask for them against the Weatherford Eagles, who are a really good team. You remember, Drake, we saw them last year in a snowstorm.
We did.
Yeah, and I mean in a snowstorm.
And can I just say this? Might have been the single greatest start-to-end coverage of any game ever.
Yeah, right. Clinton 37-6 over John Marshall in the second quarter. Some other scores for you. Miami leads Cushing 16-13 at halftime. You know what Miami is?
War Dogs?
The War Dogs.
Interesting.
They got a great logo, too. Look, it's like a little bulldog.
With a little ammo belt around
them. With an ammo belt around them. That's a cool
It's
logo.
a good one. It's a good one.
16-13, Miami, the War Dogs, lead the Cushing Tigers at halftime. Some other scores in Class 4A. It's Poto 41, Fort Gibson 7. Bridgeford leads Classen. Cash 19-0 over Woodward. And one final from last night, McLean defeats Catoosa by a score of 46-10. Let's look at Class 6A1 as we start to look at some of the bigger classes tonight. Mustang big at halftime over Yukon, 35-7 in that rivalry game. It's Jinx 42-0 over Enid at halftime. Edmond North leads Norman 14-12. Broken Arrow up big at Southmore, 45-0 at the half. Excuse me, that's at Broken Arrow. Homecoming for the Tigers in Broken Arrow this weekend. Edmond Santa Fe 26-0 over Edmond Memorial in an Edlam matchup. Bixby 2-0 taking on Norman North, 2-0. 39-0 Bixby second quarter. And one final score for you, not final score, but one last score in Class 6A1. 17-10 Moore War down at the Moore Public School Stadium. Moore leads Westmore at half. The Moore Lions, we love some Lions, right? Looking to improve to 4-0 on the season. It's been a minute since Moore's been 4-0. In Class 6A2, Putnam City leads Lawton 28-14. It's Muskogee 30-13 over Sand Springs. Deer Creek leads Ponca City 28-20. Bartlesville 21-10 over Booker T. Washington. Choctaw 23-0 over PC North in the second quarter. Tahlequah 14-6 over PC West at halftime. Northwest Classen 7-0 over Capitol Hill in the second quarter. And one final from last night, Stillwater beat U.S. Grant by a score of 76-6. And let's look through Class 5A as well, where Claremore leads Nathan Hale 30-0. Midwest City up 34-0 on Altus at halftime. Coweta 20-0 on Glenpool. Del City up big on East Central, 41-0.
I believe that's the game of the week for a franchise this week.
Bishop Kelly leads Will Rogers 40-7. Will Rogers
Ponies?
Ropers against the Comets of Bishop Kelly. Piedmont 28-6 over Southeast. Piedmont looking to improve to 4-0 on the season. Blanchard's only loss of the year. Grove up 28-0 at Edison Prep. You know what Grove is?
The Ridge Runners.
You know what a Ridge Runner is?
A thief?
Well, if you read my story at
I did. I can't remember.
It's the top 10 high school mascots. A Ridge Runner was originally a bootlegger that would run liquor through the hills.
Moonshine.
On the ridges. Yeah, run moonshine through the hills.
Appalachia.
Yeah, but now their logo is a bird, so it has nothing to do with moonshine.
Who's the Ponies? Kellyville?
Kellyville is
okay,
the Ponies,
that's what I thought.
Kellyville, I believe they're 3A. A few other scores in Class 5A. MacArthur, Lawton Mack leads Duncan 31-14. You know what MacArthur is? They're another good one. MacArthur and Duncan are good ones. The Highlanders and the Demons. Right.
MacArthur also has an all-time color scheme. The yellow and green look really good.
Yes, they do. Sapulpa leads Durant 28-0 at the half. Noble up 13-7 on Ardmore. Pryor trailing Collinsville 17-10 at halftime. Elgin 28-14 on El Reno. And two finals from last night. Shawnee, who lost to Blanchard here last week, lost at Bishop McGinnis this week 48-10. And McAllister defeated Memorial by a score of 56-0, the final score in that one. Our halftime score 14-6. Blanchard with the lead. If you're just joining us, Harrah took the lead in the first quarter on a 23-yard touchdown pass from Joey McLaughlin to Braden Palmer. The kick was no good. Harrah led 6-0, and that was the score at the end of the first quarter. Blanchard trailed at the end of quarter number one, but the Lions came storming back in quarter number two. A 29-yard touchdown pass from Carson Cooksey to Hudson Perryman made it 7-6 with the Alex Price extra point. And then on the next possession, Cooksey found Hudson Perryman for what would have been another 29-yard touchdown pass, but he slipped and fell at the 8-yard line after making the grab. So instead, on the next play, Cooksey completed an 8-yard touchdown pass to Matthew Tonsing, and Alex Price's second extra point made it 14-6 Blanchard. The Lions are going to get the ball to start the second quarter as well. Drake, what do you look for Blanchard to do better in the second half when we come back from our break?
I think just trying to put two solid quarters together of complementary football. Obviously, the Blanchard, that front line of Blanchard's doing a really, really good job of putting pressure on the Harrah quarterback. It's just that offense and defense haven't been able to put two solid drives together, whether it be a 3-and-out met with a touchdown. Just seeing a little bit more of complementary football. Obviously, this Harrah team was a young team coming into last year. They've gained a lot of experience across the board, offensive and defensively, but it's nothing that Blanchard really has to worry about on their side. It's really just maintaining the main thing, and that's keeping Blanchard doing what they do best, because Harrah hasn't really been able to stop it. Blanchard just really hasn't been able to connect on that score every single time, taking advantage of those opportunities that Harrah has given to them.
All right, one last time, let's thank our sponsors for tonight's game before we come back and give you the second half kick. We want to thank Keeler Custom Homes, Quick Wrench, Sutterfield Surveying, the LB Realty Group, First United Bank, Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air, Blanchard Eye Care, Casa de Wolf Designs, Sutterfield Surveying, Coops Performance Gym, Hometown Healthcare, 10 Arrows Roofing, and Craig and Straight Orthodontics are sponsors of tonight's game. And tonight's game is brought to you by Brightway Insurance. They are the title sponsor of tonight's Blanchard Lions game. We appreciate everyone's support of Blanchard Lions football this year, but tonight especially, Brightway Insurance, our game sponsor.
Doubled up tonight.
That is your First United Bank and Mortgage halftime scoreboard update. When we come back, we'll have the second half kickoff. Our score at the half, it's Blanchard 14 and Harrah 6. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today. Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts.
Welcome back to the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. Todd Lisenby along with Drake Vitito. Chloe Young, our in-studio producer. The great Nate in the booth with us tonight. Helping keep things going on the streaming end. Our halftime score, 14-6. Blanchard on top of Harrah. And Drake, the Blanchard Lions, get the ball to start the second half as well. They are going to be going into the wind in the third quarter, so they'll have it at their back in the fourth quarter. And that wind continues to be brisk out of the east-southeast. It's going to be kind of across their face from the left, if you want to kind of go with like a golfer's term, right?
Nice, yeah.
Across their face from the left as they're going from north to south.
Hasn't really been a problem for them, though. Their two scores came when they were going into the wind. And honestly, those two scores came those two scores came a little bit toward the middle to the end of that second quarter. So I think this offense is still riding a little bit of the momentum. I definitely don't think Harrah has taken anything away from them in terms of momentum. I really think Blanchard, for the most part, has been getting what they've wanted. They just really haven't gotten to pay dirt necessarily on all these drives. So really looking forward to see if Harrah has made any changes defensively to try and stop whatever this Blanchard offense is cooking.
Brendan Smith will kick it away. It's a short kick that's going to go out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So Blanchard will start at the 35, 1st and 10. Opening drive of the second half. Tonight's game sponsored by Brightway Insurance.
On Minion Night.
On Minion Night.
Oh, that was.
I'm gonna tell you, no offense to Minions, but it's a little bit of a downer coming off of Homecoming to go to Minion Night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was the Homecoming theme? I can't remember. Was it beach? Beach theme for Homecoming? Maybe. Anyways.
Not bad weather tonight, though.
No,
it's a little warm. A little windy, though.
It was a little bit warmer this week compared to last. I think we got a little bit of a treat getting it so early in September.
Cooksey on first down from the 35, throws to Carter right side, looking to bounce outside, slips a tackle at the 40. 45, good block downfield from Corrick Pierce as he gets across midfield and all the way to the Harrah 48-yard line. That's a 17-yard gain and a First United first down.
That Harrah defense was really good in that first half of securing that run, but Blanchard has a little bit of a different way to generate something from behind the line of scrimmage right there at that bubble pass. Brayson Carter's so good at creating in space.
1st and 10 at the Harrah 48, 2 receivers each side, as now Howell moves from the left to the right side of Cooksey in the shotgun. Cooksey fakes the handoff, keeps it himself right side, right up the hash inside the 45, and diving down to the 40-yard line for an 8-yard jaunt. On first down, it'll be 2nd and 2.
I kind of said it a little bit last week, but I think one of Cooksey's biggest changes from junior to senior year is kind of being able to make those correct reads. Every time he's pulled the ball, he's always gotten at least 4 to 5 yards, if not more. And you kind of showed it right there, the humility, the discipline, being able to make your right reads to make the correct handoff.
2nd and 2 at the 40. Cooksey throws it in the flat to Perryman left side, looking to get upfield, slips a tackle right at the first down marker, spins at the 35, still on his feet, and stumbles forward all the way down to the 31-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds after a gain of 9 and another First United first down.
Shedded one tackler and had an extended little stiff arm, pushed him off of him into another Harrah defender, finally got taken down. It was a really good individual effort right there from Hudson Perryman to tack on those extra yards, enough for a First United first down.
From the left hash, 1st and 10 for Blanchard, opening drive second half, 11-11 to go in the third quarter. 14-6 Blanchard on top, 1st and 10 at the Harrah 31. Again, Cooksey pulls on the handoff and keeps left side, but this time only gets a couple down to the 29-yard line before Terrence Allen makes the tackle. They'll give him actually 1 yard to the 30. It'll be 2nd and 9. Spoke too soon on Cooksey always getting yards on that play.
I did the same thing
with
Brayson, talking about that one catch he made to make up for the couple of muffed catches he had. He ended up paying it back a little bit, though, there at that last drive before the first half ended.
2nd and 9 at the Harrah 30. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Howell to the right of Cooksey. Cooksey fakes, pumps, throws down the middle of the field for Carter, who's in the end zone and makes the touchdown catch. Brayson Carter with a 30-yard touchdown grab, and Blanchard extends the lead out to 20-6.
Speaking of payback, that was like a crisscross, a double cross, if you will. He took the bad juju that I gave him, and he gave it right back to me. Really good play there from Brayson. Obviously, a right-on-the-money throw from Cooksey. Really good to see him get back on track after a couple of miscues there in the first half, but it's what we've seen from Blanchard all day, all season long, really, just being able to get you from anywhere on the field.
Extra point from Price is on the way, and she missed it wide left.
Oof.
So the kick is no good, and with 10:26 to go third quarter, Blanchard leads by a score of 20-6. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are.
As the kick for Blanchard goes through the hands of Travis Tabor. Tabor's got to jump on it back inside the 25. It's at the 23-yard line. That's where Harrah's going to start after the Ozma Maldonado kick couldn't be handled. 10:23 to go third quarter. That Yarborough & Sons touchdown. Carson Cooksey, 30 yards to Brayson Carter. Extra point was no good. Blanchard leads 20-6, and Harrah's got their first possession of the second half at their own 23-yard line. McLaughlin with McCarrick behind him in the pistol from the left hash. McLaughlin hands to McCarrick straight ahead. Pyle pushes forward for a couple out to the 25. As in on the stop that time for Blanchard was Blake Woods and Jake Carter in there as well.
We were making the joke during halftime that this Harrah roster may be the easiest pronunciation guide yet. You always have at least one or two people where you're just kind of stumped, but I don't know. It's a pretty strong contender thus far in the season for easiest names to read off of an entire roster.
2nd and 8 at the 25. McLaughlin throws right side. That pass incomplete. Try to get it to Luke Sellers out in the flat, and it was too tall for him. It'll be 3rd down and 8. And Blanchard will rotate in. Such a luxury to be able to rotate in a whole new front 5 there for this 3rd down pass rush.
Yeah, and it's a really good start so far on this drive. I mean, they've really limited what they can do in the run. I think their game plan for the entire game has really been to put the pressure on the quarterback, make him make some decisions, preferably on a rollout, and that's exactly what we saw there, and he overthrew the wide receiver that he was looking for.
3rd and 8 at the 25. Harrah needs to get it out to the 33-yard line. McLaughlin with the blitz showing, 3-man rush. Blitz backs off. McLaughlin fades one right side down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Overthrew his receiver. I think that was Tabor, the intended receiver.
What was that, a little wheel route? I didn't see the entire thing.
That was Sellers, the receiver. Just a go route.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 4th and 8, and maybe we'll see Carter get another kick return here.
Couldn't see if there was
caught the last one.
Couldn't see if there was pressure coverage there by the corner, but Harrah, wide receiver, got his man beat. Just a little bit of an overthrow from the Harrah quarterback. Really a good stroke of luck there for the Blanchard secondary.
Line of scrimmage is a 25. Palmer, the punter, standing back at his own 12-yard line. Takes the snap, steps into a high, short kick. Carter's going to let it bounce. It's going to take a Blanchard bounce back upfield. Boy, Blanchard got lucky as Vaughn McIntyre was running right underneath that one. And it might have been touched by him, but instead Harrah downs it as Braden Barber jumps on top of it at the Blanchard 46-yard line. That's a punt of just 21 yards with the wind at their back, no return. And Blanchard's got good field position already up 20-6.
They did a really, really good job of balancing that attack last drive, run and pass. We're going to see much of the same here. Already seen Hudson Perryman in for some big sets probably. Try and get that run game established with Vaughn McIntyre back there.
McIntyre to the right. There's a throw to Carter in the flats. Carter looking to get by the first man and does. Stays in bounds at the 40. Slips forward to the 35. And he's knocked out of bounds with a first down. 11 yards from the 46 down to the 35 of First United. First down.
Much like Cork Pierce this game here at the start of the second half, Brayson in the flats is just really, really hard to pin down by a single defender. Evaded his first one, and if not for a really good pursuit by the second defender of Harrah, he ended up getting pushed out of bounds from behind.
1st and 10 at the 35 in Harrah territory for Blanchard. Lions have scored 20 unanswered as Carter goes in motion behind the formation. The handoff to McIntyre, hitting the backfield, and there's nothing there. He's going to lose a couple yards back to the 37 as he was hit in the backfield by Rance Ridley. Ridley making up for that offside penalty earlier. It's a 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 12.
A little bit of a I would call it a mashup there at the line of scrimmage. McIntyre ended up running into one of the blockers for the Blanchard O-line, ended up getting tripped up around him down that A-gap.
2nd down and 12 at the 37-yard line. Blanchard in no hurry here. Play clock at 14. 8:45 to go third quarter. 20-6 the Lions lead. Cooksey with McIntyre to his left and Hudson Perryman right in front of McIntyre. Fakes the handoff. Looks left. Now back right. Steps forward. Wants to run with it. Instead throws it for Pearson. He overthrew him incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 12 coming up with 8:31 to go in the third.
Really good evasion there from Cooksey, but an even better coverage there by the Harrah defense. Everyone was kind of all the holes were plugged up. Just a slight overthrow there for Corrick, running a little bit of an out route right there.
Third down and 12 at the Harrah 37-yard line. Blanchard looking to extend this lead and make it a 3-score game. Carter in motion. It's a fake handoff. 5-man rush screen set up. This could be a big play. Pierce gets away from the first. 35-30, 25, cuts back at the 20. Gets a block to the sideline. 15, and he stumbles forward inside the 10-yard line. In fact, they'll mark him down right at the 10. Perfect play call for that blitz by Harrah, and it results in a 27-yard gain and a First United 1st and goal for the Lions.
This is a really, really good on-the-spot play there by Corrick to turn inside instead of out where his blockers were. Ended up running completely to the other sideline, just beating about 2 or 3 Harrah defenders in the process, but not the 4th that was able to stumble him up.
1st and goal at the 10 from the left hash. Cooksey hard count, and Harrah jumps offside. Couple of Panthers in the neutral zone that time. We'll move the ball up to the 5, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 5. We'll see if the Lions can get their first rushing touchdown of the game here. Maybe going to the ground with Vaughn McIntyre.
Maybe put Vaughn McIntyre behind Hudson and just kind of bully your way in there for a couple. Hey, maybe not, though.
Hudson Perryman goes split wide left. 2 receivers each side, 1 back in the backfield. Harrah shows a blitz. Cooksey barking instructions to the lineman. Cooksey takes the snap, hands to McIntyre right up the middle, slips a tackle at the 2, at the 1, into the end zone for a Blanchard Lions touchdown. 5-yard touchdown run for Vaughn McIntyre, and just like that, 26 unanswered, and the Lions lead Harrah 26-6.
I don't know if you saw, Todd, but McIntyre ended up kind of wobbling that ball a little bit after the first contact right there at the line of scrimmage. Did a really good job of holding on to the ball past the pylon for the first score for Blanchard here in the third quarter.
Price on for the extra point.
Second.
Price is
first?
Second touchdown.
Second touchdown. Goodness.
Price's
Apologies.
extra point kick is on the way. The kick this time misses wide right. So wide left on the last one, wide right on this one, but Blanchard's still up big. 7:32 to go third quarter. It's Blanchard 26 and Harrah 6. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day.
Welcome back to the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. The kickoff return for Harrah out to the 31-yard line. That's where the Panthers will have it first down and 10. Another Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air touchdown for the Blanchard Lions. This time 5-yard run by Vaughn McIntyre. First rushing touchdown of the game for the Lions. McIntyre's first touchdown as well. 26-6 our score. Blanchard trailed this one 6-0. They've rattled off 26 in a row. You got to quit trailing these games early, though, right, Drake?
Yeah, that was one of my goals. But I mean, apparently, if whatever's working is working, then why change it?
McLaughlin hands to McCarrick, and he's going nowhere fast. The old body-to-back suplex that time brought him down at the line of scrimmage, as that was Braden Stacy who pulled off the wrestling move for no gain.
Nice. Yeah, Blanchard defense has done
belly-to-back suplex, my bad.
Heck yeah. Pro wrestling.
Yeah.
There.
In fact, that's a loss of 1 back to the 30.
Kurt Angle sends his regards. This Blanchard defense has done really well so far, though, in the second half. Really putting pressure on the quarterback, not allowing a lot of gash run opportunities, just being really solid as a complete unit here.
2nd down 11 at the 30. McLaughlin takes the snap, rolling right. Looking, stepping up, floats one deep downfield, and it's intercepted. Grayson Carter makes the pick at the Harrah 38-yard line. And the Blanchard Lions get the turnover and get the ball back, and it's going all Blanchard in the 3rd quarter.
My conscience can finally rest with Brayson making a couple of big catches and an interception after kind of giving him the jinx. That was a really good play from him. That was just a simple case of a one-on-one, and he beat his man to the point to make that catch. Sets up the offense to make another good drive, another score consecutively.
And the Harrah defense has got to be wearing down here. Blanchard's already scored twice in this 3rd quarter. We're not even halfway through it yet. And they've got the ball back at the 38-yard line after Harrah just ran 2 plays from scrimmage. 1st and 10, Blanchard. Shotgun formation. Cooksey running the option, throws it out in the flat, pass is complete to the 35, to the 36. That's Tonsing on the grab. He's going to lose yardage. It's I say pass complete. It's a backwards pass, so it's a run play there for a loss of 3 by Matthew Tonsing.
Really good coverage there from Harrah. Had the run plugged up with Cooksey, and it was right there on the pass to Tonsing there in the backfield.
Basically an option. You just throw it overhand like a pass instead of flicking it.
Mm-hmm. We've seen it a couple times this season. Usually worked really well, but Harrah defense had it snuffed out there. Cheers to them.
Halfway through quarter number 3 now, 26-6 Blanchard. Cooksey on 2nd and 12. Hands off right up the middle. McIntyre lowers his head. Nice run. Lost his balance, or he could have got a lot more out to the 41. He gains 5. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 8.
Wonder if he was anticipating.
He gains 4. It'll be a 3rd down and 8.
Wonder if he was anticipating a hit maybe, and it just never came to fruition. He ended up just going head first into the turf.
3rd time's the charm. He gained 5. It'll be a 3rd down and 7.
Nice.
3rd and 7 from the 41. Need to get to the 48.
Hudson Perriman checking in right now for, I believe that was Vaughn McIntyre.
You got Tyler Hughes out there as well, split out wide right. Hughes and Pierce split to the right. Perryman's the tight end to the left. Carter and Johnson split wide left. From the right hash, empty backfield. Cooksey rolling left, 4-man rush. Evades a tackler, throws it downfield. Pass is caught. It's Tonsing right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He needed 8 yards, and he needed 7, and he got 8, and it's another First United first down for the Lions.
That was a really good individual effort there from Tonsing. He ended up slipping on that route halfway through, getting up, keeping that composure, getting that out route sealed, and it was enough for a first down. Really good extra individual effort right there from Matthew.
Good job by Cooksey to evade the late blitz as well. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line for Blanchard. Cooksey again working empty backfield. Perryman goes in motion now to the backfield. It's a fake handoff to Perryman, a throw in the flat to Tonsing, and they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. It looked like a lateral, but it's going to be called an incomplete pass, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball went out of bounds, so it's actually unfortunate for Blanchard. It's called incomplete. Had they called it a fumble, they would have got it up at about the 49 in Harrah territory.
Cooksey's looking a little, I don't want to say dazed, but just a little winded maybe. I didn't see what happened to him there. I don't know if the defense ended up getting to him right before he passed the ball, but just a little wonky, a little slow.
2nd and 10 from their own 49 for Blanchard. 4:40 to go 3rd quarter, 26-6 the Lions lead. Empty backfield, 3 receivers right, 2 left. 3-man rush, Cooksey, plenty of time. Throws it over the middle to Tonsing again at the 45, the 40, and it's another First United first down as he's dragged out of bounds at the Harrah 37-yard line after a gain of 14 yards.
Tonsing has done a really, really good job so far in place of Reagan Palmer on that offensive end. He's smaller.
Got a flag down in the backfield. Didn't see the flag.
Oof. Smaller than
hold on Blanchard.
Smaller than Reagan, but when he catches that ball, it's a lot like Carter a little bit. He can make some stuff happen in space. He can make people miss. All for naught, though. All for naught.
It's going to move the ball back 10 yards from the previous spot, so now it's going to be a 2nd down and 20 for Blanchard at their own 39-yard line. Just a reminder, we'll be back at it next week.
Enemy territory.
In enemy territory as it's 2nd down and 20 for Blanchard from the 39. Empty backfield again for Cooksey, who throws for Tonsing. Left side, complete again. Inside the 40, and it's another First United first down on a grab for Matthew Tonsing to the 37-yard line. His last catch got him to the 37-yard line as well.
I was about to ask.
This one, though, was a 24-yard grab instead of a 14-yard grab after that penalty. I
think he would have preferred what just happened. Does a little bit more to stuff that stat sheet for him.
No doubt. 1st and 10, Blanchard at the 37-yard line in Harrah territory. McIntyre back in the backfield to the right of Cooksey. Cooksey throws it to Carter in the flat right side, looking for a block, doesn't get it, but still makes the first man miss. Still in bounds at the 30 and out of bounds all the way down to the 27. That's a gain of 9 as Carter was chased out of bounds, and he basically had to make 2 different Panthers miss out on the edge there.
And, a good note about just some of the catches that have happened tonight. For people that aren't watching on stream right now, a lot of these catches have just been, extra individual efforts to get open. It's not that Harrah's necessarily leaving them wide open, but these receivers have done a really good job of getting open.
It is enough for a first down all the way down to the 27-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain as this time Cooksey fakes a handoff right up the middle. Cooksey gets free and he runs into the end zone. Carson Cooksey with a rare long run. This one 27 yards, another Blanchard touchdown, and it's all Lions now. 3rd score in the 3rd quarter for Blanchard, 3rd touchdown drive. And this time Carson Cooksey on the ground goes 27 yards for a touchdown, brought to you by Yarborough & Sons, and Blanchard leads 32-6. Price on for the extra point.
I've been gushing about Cooksey and his discipline this year about really when to hand it off and when to keep it. That was a perfect read right there.
Price's kick this time is up, and it's no good as well. That's 3 straight extra point misses, but Blanchard continues to extend the lead. 32-6 the score. Blanchard leads, 3:53 to go 3rd quarter. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Welcome back as Maldonado kicks this one short. It's going to be returned up across the 30, spinning out to the 34-yard line. On the return that time for Harrah was Braden Palmer. 32-6 Blanchard leads. Todd Lismy, Drake Vitito, Chloe Young, our in-studio producer. The great Nate in the booth with us tonight. You're on Classic Rock 104.5 if you're listening to the radio broadcast. 1st and 10, Harrah will start from the 35-yard line. Harrah led this one 6-0. Blanchard scored 32 unanswered. First and 10 from the 35-yard line as McLaughlin sends McCarrick in motion out of the backfield, throws it to him in the flats right side. looking to turn it up at the 35, lowers his head to the 37, out to the 38 before he's driven backwards. In fact, they'll give him the 39-yard line. That's a 5-yard gain for Devin McCarrick, the senior running back. And I got to tell you, he's a hard kid to bring down, McCarrick, at just 5'9", 170.
Couple times tonight, Blanchard has needed multiple bodies just to stop him, not even bring him down, just to stop that forward progress.
Got a little bowling ball to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, it is a little bit like a bowling ball.
He doesn't look as big as he runs the ball, if you know what I mean.
No, yeah.
He looks smaller, but he runs the ball fearlessly in between the tackles. Gain of 4 on that last play, 2nd and 6. McLaughlin sends Tabor in motion, hands it to him on the sweep right. Tabor to the 40, out to the 43-yard line. He's tackled there on the play by Gage Ellison after a gain of about 3. That's going to set up we'll get a 4-yard gain, actually. That'll set up a 3rd down and 2 as he gains from the 39 up to the 43.
I don't know if you've noticed this so far this season, Todd, and I know you missed the Piedmont game, but does it feel to you like Blanchard just does a whole lot better in the second half compared to their firsts?
Defensively, especially.
Yeah.
3rd down and 2 from the 43. McLaughlin fakes the handoff, throws it left side, passes through his receiver's hands, and incomplete. I don't think there was anywhere to go for Austin Bundy had he caught it anyway, and Harrah's going to have to punt it away. I will say for Harrah, it is very unfortunate for them because Jackson Wilson, who made a couple of really nice catches for him early, has been injured and has not returned to the game.
Really? I forgot about that.
Harrah's going to go for it here.
I was about to say, it's an awkward
down
spot.
And 2, and Blanchard's subbing in players, and they're going to have to use a timeout. We'll take it with them. 2:19 to go, third quarter, 32-6. Blanchard leads. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today. Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv.
Fourth down and 2, and Harrah's going to run the ball and get the first down as McCarrick takes the snap and runs it all the way into Blanchard territory at the 49-yard line. So that's a gain of 7 on the play as we come back from the timeout. First down, Harrah at the Blanchard 49. Good run there on 4th down.
That was. I was honestly going to be pretty surprised if they punted it there. I don't think they're really in a position, even if they were on.
They're going Wildcat now with McCarrick at the quarterback position.
Saw it a little bit in that first quarter.
McCarrick running to his left, turns it up at the 47, down to the 46-yard line in Blanchard territory. Tackled that time by Braden Stacy.
It is an interesting strategy, though, if they commit to that Wildcat. Time's not really on your side if you're going to go play ball that way.
They're going to bring McLaughlin back in now. Got to be honest with you, at this point for Harrah, a lot of it may also be a little bit of damage control, truthfully.
Yeah, just trying to make sure, not
Take
anyone gets hurt.
Positive to the next game for you. 4 receivers left this time. McCarrick goes in motion left as well. It's a throw to him in the flat. McCarrick turns it up at the 50 to the 45. To the 43-yard line, and Tyler Hughes drives him backwards there. And then a hit comes in at the end of the play by Ben Hefner that time as he gets sandwiched at the 45.
A little bit of a side scorpion there. Did not really like watching that play unfold.
Not a great spot. I thought he got up to the 42 before they spun him backwards. Maybe they said he came away from the defender just long enough there. It's only a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 6 at the Blanchard 45-yard line.
Another no-man's land play. You're going to get 2 plays right here from this Harrah offense if they don't get this 3rd down conversion.
McLaughlin in the short shotgun with the pistol behind him. It's McCarrick. McLaughlin fakes, throws in the flat, pass complete to the 40, 35, 30, down the sideline, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Harrah Panthers. Touchdown grab by Luke Sellers, who got a nice block on the edge, and he goes in from 45 yards out, and Harrah's back on the board.
Give some credit to the Harrah blocker, was really able to seal that sideline edge right there, and he had about this much space to get outside, and that's exactly what he did, and he had nothing but green in front of him. Harrah scoring for the first time since early in that first quarter.
On for the extra point is Brendan Smith. And the kick is away, and the kick is good. 28 seconds to go, third quarter. 32-13 Blanchard leads. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at the...
Welcome back. 28 seconds to go, third quarter. Brendan Smith will kick it away for Harrah. This one is returnable for Carter, who's got it at the 9-yard line. Carter to the 15, the 20, 25, up the middle of the field, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, down the near sideline, past the kicker Smith at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and it's a Blanchard touchdown. No flags on the field. A 91-yard kickoff return for Brayson Carter. And Blanchard immediately extends the lead back out to 38-13.
I think it was due, right? We knew he had major potential on both punts and kickoffs to really do some damage to that kicking team, and you saw it right there. The maximum damage you could do to a kick is bring it back to the house, and that's exactly what Brace did. Maybe early leader in the clubhouse for LB Realty player of the game.
2 touchdowns. He's got a 30-yard touchdown grab. He's got that 91-yard kickoff return touchdown. Price on for the extra point. The kick is away. This one looks better, and it's good. So Price knocks the extra point home. It's Blanchard 39, Harrah 13. This is Blanchard Lions football.
AMGteam.com.
Welcome back is a short kickoff taken by Harrah out to the 40-yard line. On the return that time for the Panthers was Braden Palmer. Excuse me, that was Caden Cobb out to the 39. Another touchdown, our 5th touchdown of the third quarter, our 4th touchdown by the Blanchard Lions, brought to you by Yarborough & Sons. Getting their money's worth as our touchdown sponsor tonight as a 91-yard Brayson Carter kickoff return makes it 39-13 Blanchard. Now Harrah will have one play left here in this third quarter unless we got an incompletion or a penalty.
I was thinking in my head that, we might see a drive that Blanchard put together late against Shawnee, just really methodical, slow run game.
McLaughlin setting up a screen to McCarrig left side, slips a tackle at the 45. Nice run to midfield and spins all the way down to the Blanchard 48-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 13 yards, and that'll be the last play of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Blanchard leads 39-13. Fourth quarter coming up next. This is Blanchard Lions football.
For the third quarter, Blanchard Lions 49, Harrah Diesel.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
For more than 100 years, Oklahoma Career Tech has been training skilled and dedicated individuals, giving clear career paths to over 90,000 graduates a year. These individuals.
Welcome back as we start quarter number 4. Todd Lisenby, Drake Vitito, Chloe Young, our in-studio producer, doing a great job tonight. Nate, as always, doing a good job here in the booth as well.
Ashley Robertson, also another name behind the scenes that does a lot of work for not only the student workers, but for this whole setup right here.
1st and 10, Harrah, as we start the fourth quarter at the Blanchard 48. Handoff right up the middle, running down to the 46-yard line. I believe that was McCarrig on the carry. No, it wasn't. New running back in the game. That's Walker Johnson, who carries for 2 yards. Down to the Blanchard 46.
I think the game plan for both defense and offense, obviously defense wants to, get out of this game as quickly as possible. I think offense from here on out, we're going to be seeing a lot of methodical run play. We're going to see, not much up-tempo stuff like we usually see from the offense, but just really trying to grind that clock out and not really getting too much action here in this final frame.
McLaughlin has Walker Johnson behind him in the pistol formation. Hands it off to Johnson, running right, and he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there. And the big fellow with his arms around him down at the bottom of the pile for Blanchard. There were 2 of them. Cade Saunders and Ben Hefner were there. No gain on the play, 3rd and 8 upcoming.
Got to give a big shout-out to this run defense tonight. There have been a couple leaks, both on the edge and through the middle, but for the most part, it's been really solid. Harrah's really had a hard time tonight trying to find any rhythm in the run game. It just has not really been there for them tonight.
3rd and 8 at the Blanchard 46. McLaughlin takes the snap, straight drop, 4-man rush, throws left side, great grab down at the Blanchard 36-yard line for a first down. That was Luke Sellers, who went high to high point that one and makes a really good catch for 10 yards and a first down.
Even though their run game hasn't been there, on the opposite side of the spectrum, the pass game has been there from time to time. Obviously, you just saw that right there. It's a combination of just the quarterback making some interesting throws, but I think more so it's really been some of the receivers for Harrah have gone up and gotten some really challenging balls in the end.
1st and 10 at the Blanchard 36-yard line for Harrah. Johnson still in at running back as McLaughlin hands it to him, running right, has blockers in front. Nice run. Gets down inside the 25-yard line to about the 24. Tyler Hughes runs him down from behind, but it's 11 yards from the 36 to the 25 and a first down.
What you don't want to do here if you're the Blanchard defense is really let your foot off the gas pedal. Obviously, you know that this lead is comfortable enough to get you out of the game with a W, but with that being said, even though the score is what it is right now, you still want to play as if it's a 0-0 ball game. Still play with the same intensity you had when you were only up one score compared to now multiple scores.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line in Blanchard territory. Johnson to the right of McLaughlin in the backfield. McLaughlin fakes the handoff this time, throws left side, intercepted. Rio Reynolds intercepts it at the 6-yard line, out to the 20, to the 25, and he's slung out of bounds there. How about that? The senior, 6', 160, makes the defensive play, and the Lions get it back at their own 25-yard line, and now you would think look to grind this game away on the ground a little bit.
It's a really good read there by Rio. We've seen him in a couple of spot plays last week. Obviously another fill-in there for Reagan Palmer, who's injured with a cracked collarbone, but a really good read. Really good of the Blanchard, that front three, to get that pressure on them to force that errant throw by the Harrah quarterback.
He intercepted it at the 6-yard line. He brought it back to the 24, so an 18-yard return, and Blanchard has it first and 10. McIntyre in the backfield to the left of Cooksey. Harrah shows blitz, handoff, McIntyre. No, Cooksey fakes it, throws it out in the flat to Perryman, and they call an incomplete pass, and I don't know why. That was a backwards pass.
Yeah.
That should have been a fumble. Perryman didn't act like it was. He should have picked it up and run with it, and Jeff Craig is upset that that play was blown dead because that was not a forward pass.
And it wasn't an immediate whistle either, which tells me I don't think the refs really knew bang bang in the moment either.
I think Craig's mad for two reasons. Number one, that it was blown dead. Number two, that Hudson Perryman stopped playing.
Yeah.
That he didn't pick up the ball and know to keep going. But it's going to go as an incomplete pass, and the clock will stop with 9:06 to go. Cooksey with McIntyre to his left. Takes the snap, drops the throw. Cooksey throws over the middle, pass through the hands of Johnson and nearly intercepted. Through the hands of Terrence Johnson, and then Braden Palmer got a mid on it for Harrah. Couldn't make the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Man, Terrence Johnson really wishing he had that one back. We've seen that a couple of times this game. Cooksey's put a really good ball in front of the hands of a Blanchard wide receiver. Just haven't been able to reach pay dirt on some of those catches. But a really good throw there from Cooksey. Just wasn't able to make the connection there with Johnson.
3rd and 10. Blanchard's only taking 14 seconds off the clock here on this drive. As Cooksey out of the gun rolls to his left. Cooksey steps up, throws. It's intercepted. Palmer's got it at the 30, at the 20. Returning it inside the 10 and knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Braden Palmer jumps that route. It's returned down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal for Harrah.
A little puzzling there. Obviously, Todd, we really thought they'd really try and hammer down the run there just to bleed some clock off. But, I mean, you could make that argument, but on the same side, Cooksey makes a really good pass that, should have been completed, and they probably would have been, having a first down. So a little bit of a bang-bang opportunity there, but hate to see the interception here when the game's pretty much put away.
1st and goal, Harrah. This is Johnson running it to the right side out of the Wildcat and nothing doing. It's strung out to the sideline, and he'll gain nothing. Right back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Really good there by the Blanchard front. They really rallied to the ball. They saw that the run was coming from the edge. They've done really well all game sealing that edge, not really allowing Harrah to really get anything going horizontally.
2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. McLaughlin back in now. McCarrick's back in at running back. Now Harrah's going to run someone on late. Play clock at 13. McLaughlin takes the snap. Hands to McCarrick, running left, and he's spun down by Gage Ellison at the 7-yard line after a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and goal for the Panthers at the Blanchard 7.
It's been a much better performance the second half for the defense. Even though the offense gave away the ball here in that last drive. I think it's kind of like a game within a game here for the Blanchard defense. Obviously, red zone isn't something they've really had to deal with a lot this game. It's just another opportunity to go out and stop who you're playing the ball in front of.
3rd and goal at the 7-yard line. McIntyre's got 2 receivers to his left, a tight end that way as well. 1 receiver right, McCarrick to his right in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to McCarrick, throws in the flat, nearly picked off. Carter and Terrence Johnson were in coverage. They ran into each other because the receivers also ran into each other, and it's incomplete. It'll be 4th down. And Harrah, down by 26 here with 7:12 to go, is going to have to go for it at the Blanchard 7. We'll see if the Lions can bow their neck and get a 4th and goal stop.
A little bit of a cluster play right there. I don't know if it was just a misroute. I don't know if some guys just ended up running into each other and that made it easier to defend for those 2 outside guys for Blanchard, but they'll take whatever they'll give them.
4th down and 7. 4th down and goal for Harrah at the Blanchard 7. 7:12 to go in the ball game. Blanchard up 39-13. Harrah needs a miracle, and it would have to start here on this 4th down. Harrah's got to hurry. Play clock at 5, and they're going to use a timeout. We'll take it with them. Blanchard leads 39-13. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Individuals are the heartbeat of the Oklahoma workforce, serving thousands of companies, fueling this state's economy. Oklahoma is powered by Career Tech.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Welcome back. 4th down and goal for Harrah. 7:12 to play at the Blanchard 7-yard line. Blanchard up 39-13. McLaughlin takes the snap. Rolls right, steps up. He's hit and he's dropped. He's going to lose a yard as Gage Ellison was there on the sack. And Blanchard will take over on downs at the 8-yard line.
If there's one thing that we can say that's been consistent the entire game, it's been the pressure that Blanchard has been able to create on at the line of scrimmage, really forcing the quarterback for Harrah to make some decisions that he hasn't really looked like he's been comfortable making throughout most of the game. And you saw it right there. They were able to turn the ball over after an unwarranted turnover from that Blanchard offense. Really good response there from the Blanchard D.
1st and 10 at the 8-yard line for Blanchard. Cooksey with McIntyre to his left. Hands to McIntyre straight ahead to the 10, out to the 15, near the 16-yard line. Give him the 16. 8-yard run for Vaughn McIntyre. Walker Johnson makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
And honestly, Todd, with McIntyre in there being such a good power runner, would not be surprised if we see Blanchard just go to the well on that here for this entire drive to ride the clock down.
McIntyre, I think those gloves he's wearing can only be described as Barbie pink.
Pink, yeah.
2nd and 2.
It's still in theaters.
Hand off to McIntyre again, straight up the middle. Nice move, 20, 25, and out to the 29-yard line. Vaughn McIntyre with a little shimmy shake in the backfield. He runs for 13 yards and another First United 1st down.
Who would be Ken and who would be Allen of us? Would you be Ken and I would be Allen?
Sure.
Well, listen, Allen was only made once.
Which one's the cooler one?
Ken?
Well, I want to be Allen then. I'm original.
Okay. Well, you're Michael Cera, so I think I'd give the credit to you. Even though Ryan Gosling, I'll take it.
I'll tell you who else is original tonight. It's our sponsor, our game sponsor, Brightway Insurance.
Nice.
Tonight's game brought to you by Brightway Insurance, and right now it's going all Blanchard Lions, 39-13. 6:02 to go. This time a fake handoff, throwing the flat to Perryman. And Perryman leans forward, keeps the clock running at the 31-yard line.
Really good
gain of 2.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I think Perryman was at the sideline that time, and I think they were probably yelling at him, "Stay in bounds, stay in bounds, stay in bounds." He didn't look like he knew what to do.
I always know you finish your sentences with the down and distance, so I don't really know what was going through my mind there. I was going to say it was a good tackle in space. You don't really get to see that a whole lot when it's just one-on-one against, Hudson Perryman, but those were really good below the knees tackle there.
From the 31, 2nd and 8. 5:22 to go. Blanchard leads 39-13. Cooksey in the gun. Hands it right up the middle. Mikhail Howell with the carry this time. Not much there. Gets a yard out to the 32. Tackle made that time for Harrah by Colton Whitna. It'll be 3rd down and 7 from the 32.
Who'd you say Piedmont played tonight? Or were they winning whoever they were playing, and they're undefeated still, correct?
Yes. Piedmont was up at halftime, yes.
Okay. I just looked up at the clock, and I was like, wow, there's already 5 minutes left. It's kind of crazy, a Piedmont structured offense and just how much clock it eats away.
4:37 to go now as Blanchard will let the clock run down to 4.5 minutes as Cooksey takes the snap. Cooksey fakes to Mikhail Howell, keeps it right side, and Cooksey's got the first down. He's already got a 27-yard touchdown tonight. Now he's got an 12-yard run to add to it, and another First United first down, and that clock continues to roll.
Be honest, did you think he kept it? I didn't even notice he kept it.
No, I thought he handed it off.
Yeah. It's a really good misdirection there.
It's the whole point of misdirection, right?
That's right.
First down and 10 for Blanchard from their own 44. Cooksey, hard count. Now talking to Howell in the backfield. Sends him over to the right side. Takes the snap, throws it in the flat to Perryman. Perryman cuts back at the 44 to the 45, out to the 46-yard line. A gain of a couple. Keeps that clock rolling, though, at 3:45 to play.
What was the big toy when you were in school? Elementary going to middle school? What was the big thing?
One of the coolest things I ever got was when I was 5 or 6, I got the Hulk Hogan workout set.
I remember us talking about
had
that.
Little dumbbells and a tape, and he was like, "Yeah, brother, pump iron, brother."
Vitamins and what,
he
greens?
Didn't tell you I think he was on a steroid. Totally honest, don't do that, kids. 2nd down and 8 from the 46-yard line. That was up there. The Nintendo was new when I was a kid too. The original Nintendo.
OG Nintendo.
Yeah, when I was 5 or 6.
Okay.
From the 46. It's a handoff up the middle to Howell. No, the ball's fumbled. Ball comes loose as Cooksey couldn't decide whether to hand it off or not, and I think he jumped back on top of it and did right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Whatever works, right?
Keeps the clock running.
Just as long as your knee's down and you're in bounds, I don't think we really care how it happens.
Blanchard's going to improve to 1-0 on the year in district play. I don't think we shout out enough the Blanchard coaching staff: Jeff Craig, Chuck Blackburn, Caleb Cole, Kurt Kirchner, Chaz Maddox, Jonathan Prock, Carson Smith, Adam Whalen, Brian Weaver, and Greg Moses. The assistants to head coach Jeff Craig, who's been here, I believe, 47 years. I'm just kidding. Feels like he's been here forever, though,
I think
right?
it's his 17th year. Or it's either his 17th year or he's been here 17 years, and this is his 18th year.
Cooksey on 3rd and 8 to Pierce, right across the middle. Pierce splits the defenders, and he's going to go for a touchdown. Carson Cooksey to Corey Pierce, 46 yards, and that should finish off the Harrah Panthers tonight as Blanchard extends the lead out to 45-13.
Such a difficult catch, too, by Corey Pierce. One of those full extension grabs that you have to make in front of you. And Todd, with those pads, it's really hard to extend your arms completely all the way out. But Corrick did and made a really good catch with 2 people right in his grill, was able to create enough space without them actually making contact with him for 6.
This is Blanchard's 8th touchdown tonight. 7th touchdown tonight. And this is the first one where they've been kicking with the win. Alex Price is finally, and she knocks it through. 46-13 the score. Blanchard with the lead, 2:05 to play. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively.
Welcome back as this one's kicked away. Going to be taken by Palmer at the 15, out to the 20, 25, scoots forward to the 30 and carries the pile all the way out to the 35-yard line where Harrah will have it with 1:55 to go. Our 7th Yarborough & Sons touchdown tonight comes via Corrick Pierce, a 46-yard touchdown catch from Carson Cooksey. That's Cooksey's 4th touchdown pass of the night to go along with the touchdown run. That's Pierce's first touchdown grab. Cooksey has thrown touchdown passes to 4 different receivers tonight on his 4 touchdowns. 1 to Perryman, 1 to Tonsing, 1 to Carter, and now 1 to Pierce.
I always defer to you on this, but for the sake of differentiation, do we go with someone else for player of the game? Has anyone earned it enough?
Oh, we got a fumble. Ball's on the ground, and Blanchard recovers it. The snap was high, and the ball is recovered by Blanchard, as that was Cole Watkins who jumped on it, and Blanchard's going to get it back, and we'll see the second-team offense now, I would imagine.
For those of you not having the pleasure to watch this on stream, listening on 104.5 Classic Rock, Cole Watkins leapfrogged one of his own teammates to get to that ball. It was a real beauty to watch in real life. I would be thanking my teammate for the assist on that leapfrog.
1st and 10, Blanchard at the 28-yard line. Some new players in for the Lions. We'll try to shout them out. As in at quarterback is Shattuck Swires, the freshman. Swires hands off right up the middle to the 25 and spun to the 24-yard line. That's Asher McCaffrey on the carry. Shout out some other players in the game. Luke Young is out there. We've got on the offensive line Colin Schuler. Reston Vickery out there at wide receiver as well for Blanchard. Colin Cooksey. Leander Ludvicek out there as well.
That's an old-timer on the name team.
That's right. We got Luke Meeker out there also. There's a handoff right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the carry that time.
Before I forget,
under a minute to go. Another carry that time for Asher McCaffrey.
Before I forget, just want to extend a good luck to the Blanchard cheer squad tomorrow. They will be at Union, located in Tulsa, for their 5A state and competitive cheer, looking to repeat after last year's state championship win. So good luck to all of the cheerleaders of Blanchard competing in state tomorrow for a back-to-back. Hopeful.
Deshaun Greer out there as well for Blanchard as it's 3rd down and 7 from the 25. Fake handoff, and this is a pitch out on the edge on the option for a gain of about 1 yard. Again, that is Asher McCaffrey on the carry. And that's going to be the last play of the game. The Lions improve to 3-1. The Panthers fall to 3-1 as Blanchard's going to win this game tonight by a score of 46-13. And now we announce our player of the game, brought to you by the LB Realty Group. Player of the game tonight, Drake?
It's got to be Brayson Carter, right?
It's got to be Brayson Carter. Carter had the drop early, could have had another touchdown, could have had a pick that he dropped as well. And he did fumble that punt that Harrah recovered, but no harm, no foul. Harrah didn't score off of that, and Carter more than made up for it with 2 touchdowns after all those things happened, a 30-yard touchdown grab and then a 91-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. He also had an interception as well in the game. Brayson Carter doing it on all three sides, offense, defense, and special teams. Your player of the game tonight brought to you by the LB Realty Group. Drake, what are your final thoughts on this win for Blanchard tonight, 46-13?
A weird little pattern coming up. Obviously, we talked about it a little bit during the broadcast. Some slow starts, or at least the opponent scoring first. I'd like to see that shored up here going forward. Obviously, this is the first district game, and a win is a win at the end of the day. But in that second half, we really got to see what complementary football looked like. Offense and defense really humming. Defense able to create some takeaways for the offense to get them in really good field position to make easy plays. It's a lot easier taking the ball down for a touchdown when you only have to go 40 or 35 yards instead of 80 to 85 yards. But second halves look really, really good for Blanchard. And, of course, having a perfect game is impossible for any team anyways. But getting as close to a perfect four quarters as you can, I think, is really the goal here for this Blanchard team. But with that being said, for a first district game, really good offensive output, and the defense was really creating some constant pressure back there for the Harrah quarterback. So
I think what we saw is that Harrah is still a little further away from the top four in the district than maybe was originally thought. They're much better. Like, you've still got to play. If you play bad, they can sneak up on you and beat you.
Yeah.
But there is still definitely a gap there. Now, it obviously gets tougher the next 2 weeks for Blanchard. Trips to Newcastle and then a home game in a couple weeks here against Tuttle. Just real quickly looking around the scores, Newcastle is 1-0 in district. They are now 4-0 overall. They beat Tecumseh 55-6 tonight. Tuttle is 3-1. Their only loss was to Class 5A Guthrie. They beat Bethany tonight 30-10, the final score in that game. And in the fourth quarter, right now it is Bridge Creek 14, Classen 7 in the other district game tonight. Just real quickly, Harrah got off to a 6-0 lead in this game. In the second quarter, Blanchard answered back with 2 touchdowns, a 29-yard pass from Cooksey to Hudson Perryman. Then Carson Cooksey found Matthew Tonsing from 8 yards out. Alex Price hit both extra points. It was 14-6 Blanchard at halftime. In the third quarter, just an explosion offensively for the Blanchard Lions. Carson Cooksey started with a 30-yard pass to Brayson Carter. Extra point was no good. It was 20-6. Then Vaughn McIntyre had a 5-yard run. Extra point no good, 26-6. And then Carson Cooksey had a 27-yard run. After another missed extra point, it was 32-6. Harrah answered back with a 45-yard touchdown pass from Joey McLaughlin to Luke Sellers. That made it 32-13, but on the ensuing kickoff, our LB Realty Group player of the game, Brayson Carter, went 91 yards to make it 39-13 Blanchard. And then Carson Cooksey to Corrick Pierce in the fourth quarter finishes it off on a 46-yard touchdown pass, and Blanchard wins this one tonight 46-13. Drake, we'll be back next week right down the road.
Clean slate. This is a game that we missed last week. Newcastle. Last year. Newcastle, obviously a really good team. A team last year that Blanchard was able to hold to no points last year. I think it's a Newcastle squad that's returning a lot of production from last year. So it should be a good one. But enemy territory, let's fingers crossed hope that we are inside and we have a good Wi-Fi connection. But other than that, we have seen worse. We have been through worse. And if we do end up getting put outside, I think the weather won't be anything crazy. But I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, Newcastle is a game we missed last year, but should be a good one. It's a rivalry game, and it always tends to be a little bit closer than anyone likes to be comfortable with.
Big thank yous tonight to Chloe Young back in studio, the grade Nate here in the booth as well, doing a great job for us. Some other thank yous you want to throw out, Drake?
Yeah, Ashley Robertson, the person standing right behind me. She's pretty much the leader behind this whole operation. I know we talk about us not being able to do this whole dog and pony show.
Say a prayer for the people that have to lead us.
Right. I know we thank our sponsors a lot, but truly it is the people that you can see right now on the stream. It's the people you can hear on the radio right now, and we're just kind of the voice. We're the medium that we get to tell that story through. So none of this happens without them. Big shout out to them. Big thank you to them. Without them, this would not be possible.
Thanks to Keeler Custom Homes, Craig and Strait Orthodontics, 10 Arrows Roofing, Quick Wrench, Coops Performance Gym, Hometown Healthcare, Sutterfield Surveying, Casa de Wolf Designs, Blanchard Eye Care, the LB Realty Group, Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air, First United Bank and Mortgage, and tonight's game sponsor, Brightway Insurance. One last thing before we go. One last time, Drake, tell everybody about September 30th, next Saturday at 10 Arrows Coffee and Bistro. Trivia night going on there.
Trivia night, September 30th, 7 to 9 p.m. at 10 Arrows Coffee and Bistro. We have limited tables available. The grand prize is $500 worth of prizes, so you can break that down $100 per winning.
$5 registration, right?
Yes, $5 registration per person. So grab your friends. There are limited tables available, and also
here's how this works. I can describe it. You ready?
Yes.
Teams of 5.
Yep.
You got a team of 5, $25 for 5 of you total. Sign up.
Correct.
If not, you can come out, and they will just match people up to make teams of 5. So
Correct.
if you've got 3, they'll put 2 with you. If you've got 2, they'll put 3 with you. If you're by yourself, you'll jump in a group of 4.
Correct.
And you can still come out September 30th at 10 Arrows Coffee and Bistro Trivia Night. Some celebrities going to be there as well, right?
Yeah. We're Parrish Devon, Injury Lawyers, is actually going to be presenting the grand prize. So we're really excited to have Pepper on. I don't know if he'll be with the team. I think he just wants to be the celebrity and just be there just to see how everything goes down. But no, if you guys want to pre-register, again, max table of 5. Pre-register number is 405-740-5678. That's 405-740-5678. Limited tables available. $500 grand prize for the winning table. And all you OU Sooner fans out there, yes, I understand the Iowa State OU game is a 7 p.m. kickoff. Do not worry. We will have TVs out there. They will be muted. You won't be able to hear the action because you're going to be need to be hearing the questions. But you will be able to see the action live outside.
OU's going to beat Iowa State by $1 million anyway.
that dumpster
night.
fire. That's
Come
right.
to the trivia night. One last time here from Blanchard. Big thanks to everyone that's helped behind the scenes tonight. For Drake Vitito here in the booth, my name is Todd Lisenby. Don't forget, next week, Newcastle the opponent. 7 o'clock kick time. We'll be on the air right before 7 o'clock on Classic Rock 104.5 and also on the stream next Friday night. Our final score here from the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. The Blanchard Lions win. Blanchard improves to 3-1. They beat Harrah tonight 46-13. This is Blanchard Lions football.